Be on the cutting edge. Be elite. Elite Promotions, elitepromo.com.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. If you're in the market for a new home, you're probably spending a lot of time looking at real estate listings. But there's one main thing you need to do to narrow down your search. Get pre-qualified for a home loan. Mortgage loan officer Shannon Meissner is here. How does this help you to live well, bank well?
Getting pre-qualified for a mortgage loan is definitely your first step. Pre-qualification allows you to determine early on how much money you can borrow to purchase a home in connection with your monthly budget. This way you know what homes to be watching the market for. We have lots of different loan options to fit everyone's unique needs. This way we can help you accomplish your homeownership dreams and goals. And the best part about pre-qualification is there's no cost. It's quick, easy, and it makes you a smart buyer.
Thanks, Shannon. And of course, our mortgage loan officers like you are here to help you every step of the way. At the Bank of Missouri, we help you live well, bank well. The Bank of Missouri is an equal housing lender.
Ominous skies, playoff implications in the balance as the Moon City Mavericks get set to take on the Republic Locos, live from Mark Worley Field at Metter Park. Well, hello once again, everybody. I'm Rance Berger. We welcome you in to Springfield, Missouri, where, yes, it is overcast, but you know what it's not doing? Raining. We are warm and humid, but the good news is the barometer is not descending as rapidly as it was earlier this afternoon. Looks like the real bad stuff is all pushing off to our north, so we should have some 83-degree weather, and we should get 9 innings of baseball complete here in the GRBL North as the 4-1 Moon City Mavericks collide with the 2-3 Republic Locos. Now, no matter what happens with the outcome, Moon City is going to walk out of here today holding down first place in the GRBL North, and what the Mavericks can do, win this game outright, improve to 5-1, knock the Locos down to 2-4, and lock up first place and a first round bye in the October playoffs. Simple as that. For the Locos, it's a matter of winning the ball game, trying to pull to 500, and then having an outside chance at tying with Moon City when all is said and done on the final day of the regular season. Just saw the Ozark Mountain Ducks knock off the Branson Showmen 6-5. That moves the Mountain Ducks into first, temporarily at least, in the GRBL South, bumps the Showmen down into second. Nixa Suckers and Springfield Metropolitans are set to play tonight at 6 on baseball night in the Ozarks. Let's meet the starters. First, for Moon City, they'll be the visitors on the scoreboard today in their powder blue jerseys with white pants, red caps with white faces, and red trim throughout the uniform. They'll lead off with their second baseman from Farmington, Missouri, Brandon Winder, batting second. He is the center fielder. He was the hero in last week's game, even pitched a scoreless inning. That's Thomas Brand, batting third. From Marshfield, Missouri, the shortstop Brady Welsh, batting fourth. The extra hitter from Springfield, Missouri, Tanner Kellerstrass, batting fifth, also from Springfield, Missouri, and playing left field, Ray Bailey. batting 6th from Springfield, Missouri. Notice a pattern here. It's the first baseman, Sam Hornberger. The parade of young guns from Springfield continues with the catcher in the 7th spot. That is Alex Bird. Batting 8th is Evan Barnett. He'll get the start at third base today. Batting 9th from Jefferson City, Missouri, the right fielder, Nick Bacon. And pitching from Miller, Missouri. Actually now calls Branson home, but still a record holder amongst high school baseball players in the Show Me State for strikeouts. And back in the lineup after missing last week's game, Tyler Abma making the start. A little bit of an interesting move there for Daniel England's Mavericks, who have been using Indiana native A.J. Musser as sort of an opener, and Musser has been very good. But this time by against the Locos with a chance to lock up a first-round bye in the playoffs, the Mavericks are going to their ace, and said ace is Tyler Abma. Republic Locos without their manager Chris Mesa today, so they will have an acting player manager. It will be Colton Simons calling the shots for the Train today. They will lead off with their starting pitcher. He wears number 8 from Nixa, Missouri, Ryan Cram. Batting 2nd from Federal Way, Washington, the second baseman, C.J. Andrews. Batting 3rd from Pensacola, Florida, the third baseman, Leon Griffith Jr. Batting 4th, the left fielder from Monette, Missouri, Jordan Henson. Batting 5th from Las Vegas, Nevada, now calls Republic, Missouri his home, and making his GRBL managing debut, Colton Simons. Batting 6th is the shortstop from Wablo, Missouri, Caden Kaufman. In the 7th spot today is the first baseman from Springfield, Missouri, Michael Barnes. Batting in the 8th spot is the catcher from Willard, Missouri, U.S. Army infantry veteran Devin Phillips. Batting 9th from Marionville, Missouri, GRBL Hall of Famer Skylar Henson. He's the extra hitter. And in the 10 spot, the right fielder from Springfield, Missouri, wears number 15, Caden Morrow. So Ryan Cram versus Tyler Abma is the pitching matchup, and that should be a pretty good tussle. We'll step aside as the teams do the national anthem, come back and bring you first pitch right after this.
It started with an idea.
Championship game of the Griffin Rep Baseball League here in Ozark, and we have had a wild one. It's gone back and forth over the last few innings, just like the season series between
And became a passion.
I had no idea what to expect.
It's incredibly nostalgic.
A brotherhood was created.
These guys, they're like family now.
Then the community got involved.
My family just loves coming out to Grip and Rip.
And $1,000 goes to ALS in the Ozarks.
We love the racing!
Champions were crowned.
Back to back to back for Justin Skinner.
Let's go! Champions!
Mark Webb and the Ozark Mountain Ducks are the champions.
Bring on season 10.
Moon City, baby.
Go fish.
The Quack Attack is back.
Let's go Locos.
Let's go Mets!
It's showtime.
Welcome to season 10 of the GRBL. Baseball's ultimate second chance.
HVAC installation supervisor Ryan Cram, the right-hander from Nixa, Missouri, has the ball for the Republic Locos, set to get us going in Game 2 of today's GRBL Sunday tripleheader, Week 6 of 7 in this regular season. Well, hello once again, everybody. I'm Rance Berger. My partner for this one, Justin Fruit Snacks Loudon. And Snacks, the talk of this one, certainly some playoff implications in the GRBL North, but the managers pulled an interesting one on us. Daniel England deviating from the script, and we now have a Ryan Cram versus Tyler Abma pitching matchup that has me feeling some type of way. There you go.
There you go. Yeah, no, actually, this pitching matchup's pretty good. Honestly, looking at it, you would have thought it would have been Skylar Henson, but you know, this matchup here is going to be a good one. It's good to see Tyler Adma back from his wonderful trip, and hopefully he's feeling good.
So Ryan Cram, 12 innings on the season, just 1 earned run on 11 hits, 8 walks to 10 strikeouts, and a 0.75 ERA. Pitched last on September 7th, in which he started the game and went 5 innings against the Mets, giving up a single earned run. Had a 5-inning outing before that one. So in his last 2 starts, he's given up just 1 earned run across 10 innings of work. Missed low there to Brandon Winder, and we're underway at 3:07. Umpires for this one, Ed Browning on the bases, Brian Lozano behind the dish. And Winder hammers one in the air to left. Running and diving and not coming up with it is the left fielder Henson. So Brandon Winder starts things off hot for the Moon City Mavericks right away. He is on with a double down the left field line. It just sort of tailed away, and with the wind knocking the ball down, it was just enough for it not to reach Henson's glove.
Great piece of hitting right there.
Well, Brandon Winder, I think one of those guys who's just underrated, has really racked up hits ever since he arrived on the scene in 2012. He's now got 5 hits in 6 games for the Mavericks after a 10-hit campaign for the Suckers a season ago. Thomas Brand laces one, a leaping grab attempt, no. That'll be a single for Brand, but Winder held up. You know, freeze on the line drive, right?
Yep, absolutely. And, you know, I just noticed that looks like Kaufman is wearing the wrong hat.
Oh. Yeah, he's got a Navy cap. I'll tell you what that is. That is his brother Caleb's cap from a season ago.
Last year's.
Yeah, the Locos went to the Vegas Gold hats here in 25. There's a swing, and a ball popped off the bat of Brady Welsh. That's going to get into foul territory.
Tell you one thing about this Maverick lineup is they're not afraid to come up and just hack away. I mean, you know, he's only thrown 3 pitches, and that's 3 swings. And that one right there was a good swing. I mean, he just a little bit behind, a little bit under it, but good swing by Brady Welsh.
Yeah, Mavericks were really aggressive a week ago in a 5-0 win over the Mets, in which we thought, oh, you know, maybe they'll try to work Logan Wiley and Clay Murphy a little bit. But no, it was just like we're seeing here, just daddy hacks on the at strike one every time.
Yeah, coming up, and you know, they have their approach, and it's going to be, hey, we're going to get first pitch fastball here, and we're just going to unload on it.
So 1-2 for Welsh. This is Ryan Cram, sort of looking to weather a storm here. Nobody out. We're weathering a bit of a storm that seems to be missing Southeast Springfield off to the north, as it's 2-2. Knock on wood. We're going to continue to dodge it today.
Curveball here.
And Welsh hits that deep into center field. Back goes Simons. It's over his head. He got there. Runners waited to go to see if Simons had a beat on that, so they will hold up. Nobody home. It is now loaded bases on what will be 3 consecutive singles. So nobody out and the bases loaded. Batter is Tanner Kellerstrass, rookie from Oklahoma Wesleyan. Yes, indeed. So this is the senior Kellerstrass. Tanner, both of them from Glendale High School in Springfield, Missouri, but Tanner had a 3-year baseball career at Oklahoma Wesleyan University. He's sponsored by Martino Training Systems. If you see him up close, yes, he does look like a professional personal trainer.
He does.
He's probably lifted a weight or 2 in his lifetime. Ahead 1-0. That is belted, but it is well foul.
I think it's out there on Fremont.
Yeah, wherever it went, it was well foul and well struck. Got out of here in a hurry.
I noticed Colton Simons took a couple steps back after that swing. Good pitch.
Well, I know you guys dealt with this game 1. The prevailing wind is sort of trying to figure out which way it wants to blow from. We are rooting for a southerly wind, which is going to continue to push these weather systems we're seeing across much of Missouri off to the north. And right now the flag is blowing out. You know, the flag here that we can actually look at shows us one thing. The digital indicator is showing us a north wind at 3 miles per hour. I'm not loving that so much.
Wow.
Got him looking. A punch out for Ryan Cram on the black.
Great spot.
So 1 gone. Locos still not anywhere close to being out of the woods yet, as the batter is Ray Bailey. Rookie from Kickapoo High School in Springfield, Missouri. Played club level college baseball at Mizzou. Ooh, thought about it.
Oh, they're going to say hit him.
Hey, hit him. Okay. So a hit by pitch brings in a run, and it is 1-0 Mavericks. Well, that's one way to take a lead. See what, that was moving. That was 80-something. Looked like on some part of the arm is where that struck him. Bailey looks all right. Just gave 2 thumbs up across the diamond to Daniel England, and he's standing at first for Sam Hornberger. Swings and flares one. That's going to tail foul first base side. Sam 3 for 13 with a double and a couple of RBIs this season. Second year in the league, second year with the Mavericks.
Where do you go to school?
Sam's from Glendale, and then he went to Missouri State University for a business management degree. Not affiliated with baseball there. All-conference infielder at Glendale. That was the old Ozark Conference snacks when men were men. Swing and a 3-hopper to the shortstop. Kaufman flips to Andrews for 1, and they turn a 6-4-3 double play. So that will strand a couple in scoring position, but not before the Mavericks do some damage, leading 1-0 on a hit by pitch with the bases juiced. Locos fortunate to squirm away without any additional damage. So 1-0 is the score. We're back with more right after this.
When Gary and Sandra Henry started Henry's Towing nearly 5 decades ago, customers knew that Henry would be the guy coming to help. People would call and ask to let Henry do it. And as Springfield has grown, our family has grown as well, so there's always someone around to come help you out. Everyone at Henry's is a member of the family, fully trained and as dependable as the original. With a family this size, help is always right around the corner. So if you find yourself in need of roadside assistance, remember to call the name you've grown to know and trust. Remember to let Henry do it!
Did you know that Conoco gas has 3 times more detergent additive than the minimum required by the EPA? And 30% more than the top-tier detergent gasoline standard, recommended by major car manufacturers. Other alternatives contain unwanted deposits that can build up on fuel injectors and intake valves, robbing your engine of performance. More quality in every drop. Only at your local Rapid Roberts.
Was that a wave to the broadcast booth I just saw? Tyler Abma, the starting pitcher. Yes, auto-tuned Bob Ross, his hitting music. His former teammate Justin Loudon, I guess, getting a little courtesy wave. Before you start in Fruit Snacks, let me just give you the line. 17 innings pitched for Abma in 2025, 5 earned runs on 14 hits, 19 strikeouts to 2 walks. That's a heck of a ratio, and a 1.93 ERA. Last couple of outings, he's been touched up a little bit. A total of 5 earned runs conceded over the course of 8 innings of work against the Mountain Ducks and the Suckers.
Yeah, well, one part of that 24 stat line that you forgot. Howard Bell, champion.
Oh, that was 24. His ERA was 1.97 across 32 innings. Struck out 44 and walked 7.
That's a good stat line.
That was quite good. Yeah.
That's why the Branson Showmen were in the Howard Bell Trophy with him and Trey Turner.
And his use was, a little bit spotty toward the tail end. There was a question over, was he going through some arm issues? But he shined his brightest on Sunday, October the 20th in the final 3 innings, no runs, 1 hit allowed, 8 strikeouts to 2 walks, and the opposing team did not hit a ball off the infield the entire time.
No. Tyler Abma has some great stuff. Played with him, been around the league. Obviously, I think this is his 3rd year, isn't it?
Yes.
So he's, first 2 years he played with the Branson Showmen, under Cole and then under Jake, and then now he's with Dan England. And there's not a bad thing I can say about Tyler, but I will anyway. He sucks. No, I'm just kidding. See if he can field his position.
Yeah, Ryan Cram popped a bunt, and then Alex Bird. Nice little bit of salesmanship by Cram there. I think got Bird just looking in the wrong spot for the ball. And then Ryan doinked himself on the batting helmet for good measure. He was thinking about catching everybody on their heels.
One thing about Tyler is he does not take this. I mean, like, he does, seriously, he is competitive, but he is so laid back.
No, you wouldn't know it a lot of times looking at him unless the ball is live. And then just talking to him, it's just joke after joke. But no, he's, when the ball is live, Tyler Abma competes. There's a slider that Cram pulls foul. Ryan was thinking about a fastball with that swing there as he was way in front.
His boy Brooks is right here behind home plate with the jersey on.
Very nice.
Got his bat.
1-2 pitch, another breaking pitch, and another early to-it effort from Ryan Cram, so we'll do the 1-2 again.
So I know I said it to you earlier this week. These two teams played each other week 1.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler recorded his 100th strikeout.
Indeed.
So.
Ooh, off the netting. Alex Bird almost got the rebound.
He tried to.
That would not have counted as an out, but it would have looked kind of cool.
It would have looked cool for the camera.
Alex Bird, he still wears the cap under the hockey style mask. Got the sunglasses on, the eye black.
He's got it all.
The drip is on point.
The
drip. Kids say.
Absolutely. No, Alex is a good catcher. I mean, he was on our team with the Branson Showmen, won a championship his rookie year as well. He caught Tyler, caught Trey.
And I think, with the way Mavericks, as Tyler Abma gets a strikeout there, it sort of illustrates my point nicely. With the way the Mavericks have pitched, and it's not just Abma, it's been Carpenter, it's been Musser, it's even like Thomas Brand and Brady Welsh. We've really gotten an idea for just how good of a backstop Alex Bird really is. He's had a little bit of a chance to manage some pitchers and get some shine, and it's been neat to see. With that Branson team, it was like, okay, how much of this is Bird as a receiver, and how much of this is just Trey Turner and Tyler Abma mowing
people down. Yeah, exactly.
Alex Bird's having to work, and the Mavericks pitchers are having to be crafty, and they're absolutely answering. I mean, this is, pound for pound, it's the best pitching and defense in the GRBL. They've conceded just 12 runs over their first 5 games. And a big part of that is Alex Bird.
And if you're watching Tyler, he's effortless. I mean, but that right there was 82 on the corner. I mean, it's just so smooth. Heavy ball, as we liked.
Here's a chopper off the bat of C.J. Andrews, fielded by the third baseman, and that is not Keller Strauss, that's Evan Barnett getting the start over at the hot corner today. But Barnett answers the call, makes the throw across in time for the out. So 2 down, and the batter is Leon Griffith Jr., the rookie from Bradenton, Florida. Went to Pensacola State College, now lives in the far less exotic Rogersville, Missouri. And Leon,
Daddy Hack.
Well, I think Tyler Abma knew, this is a rookie who just broke out of a slump, so he's going to be out on the front foot looking to swing at one, and he did. Swung at strike 2 as well.
I'm going to say here comes his changeup.
Nope, that was gas. 86 miles per hour, and Griffith pulled it around foul. Leon sort of took a late offering at that one. I think he was thinking off speed too.
Yeah, I mean,
and on 0-2, that is a pretty typical approach, right?
Yeah, you would think, but
we pitch backwards a lot. In the
Tyler with 86. There it is.
Ding. So a 1-2-3 inning. 2 strikeouts by Tyler Abma, and the Moon City Mavericks lead the Republic Locos 1-0 after 1. Back with more burger and fruit snacks right after this.
Life is full of things to worry about. Your home's foundation shouldn't be one of them. Vertical and horizontal foundation cracks, windows and doors that stick are all indications that your home has foundation issues. At Foundation Recovery Systems, we offer permanent solutions that help put your worries to rest. Call us today for a free inspection.
Hi, I'm Carolyn Hawkins with Key Cornerstone Realty, here to help with all your real estate needs in the St. Louis area. Do you have a house you want to sell for top dollar? We can help. With over 15 years of experience, our negotiating skills and expertise can help buyers and sellers get under contract fast. Contact us at keycornerstonerealty.com or call us at 636-447-8661. Go Mavericks!
Bottom part of the order due up here in inning number 2 for the Moon City Mavericks. It'll be the catcher Alex Bird, followed by the third baseman Evan Barnett, and the right fielder Nicholas Bacon, one of 3 players on this Moon City roster who were part of the GRBL's original group of 60 players from all the way back in 2016.
Oh, Batman.
Well, before we deal with the Batman, you got to deal with the Birdman.
Alex Bird.
And Alex Bird from Mission University, went to Kickapoo High School. He is a part of the management team at a Sonic Drive-In here in Springfield, Missouri. And a former percussionist. He has already equaled his hit total from his rookie year with the Showman. He's 4 for 17 with a double and a couple of RBIs. Last game out, he was 2 for 4 with a ribby. Swung on and chased there. This is just a couple of guys in their mid-20s going at it here. That was by no means a fancy slider from Ryan Cram.
That's a good pitch.
I think after giving up a run by plunking somebody with the bases chucked, Ryan is out here working with purpose.
Oh, 2-2.
Yeah, took something off of that. Bird went round. Another breaking pitch. Alex reached down and poked it, and look what I found.
Yeah,
it's a base hit into right center field, but a nice job by Alex Bird with the reach.
You know, a lot of hits that we get this, in this league is just, hey, throw your bat at it, it'll fall in. And that's a perfect example. And, even in the pros, a lot of people make a lot of money doing that. Just drop it in there, right behind second base.
It's got Evan Barnett out of North Arkansas College. Flip side of that, Justin, how frustrating is that as a pitcher, like when you work ahead, only to see a guy just sort of
flip his wrist and just
throw something at a 2-strike pitch?
I had that last week with the Locos. They hit a couple balls over here right on the line, and they just kind of threw their hands at it, and I was like, oh my goodness, nobody's there. I mean, there's nothing you can do with that. But I mean, you make a great pitch, obviously, because you had him guessing or jammed him, and it's just one of those things that it just happens. Baseball gods are happy with those ones.
Just say baseball's a hard game, and then you try to move on with your life.
Yes. Then you just tip your hat to him and just say, hey, good job. I'll get you next time.
1-1 to Evan Barnett, who pulls one hop to the shortstop, Kaufman. Andrews has one, Barnes hangs on, and the Locos get 2 yet again. And it's the second 6-4-3 double play by Republic in this game, and we're just getting rolling here. 2 outs in the second.
Live and die by the 2-ball, they do.
Well, it's, in terms of middle infields, this is a pretty good one. Caden Kaufman and Dr. C.J. Andrews.
Kaufman played at C of O, right?
Yep.
And then West Virginia for West Virginia.
The College of Southern Virginia. That is trickling up the middle to Kaufman. He'll have to hurry. They do not get the bat.
The Batman.
Nicholas Bacon showing off the wheels a little. I know he's been doing a lot of distance running, but perhaps he's been working on the sprints as well. That was quick.
Mr. T.A. coming to bat.
So Nick Bacon can scoot, and don't look now, but Nick now has a 3-game hitting streak.
Oh.
And they did award that as a hit, by the way, an infield single.
It'd be an error if it was our game. I'm just
well, I guess, you know, sometimes with scoring, you know, one error and then, say, a couple of errors in quick succession sort of opens up the floodgates, and that scorer is just going to be itchy to punch that old error button some more on the board. Abma grounds one up the middle. Kaufman will hold it himself. Andrews was there, but no matter. An unassisted put out for Caden Kaufman. Almost said Caleb there, but I caught myself. So Mavericks get a couple of hits, come up empty-handed. It remains 1-0. The advantage for City in the middle of the second.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. If you're in the market for a new home, you're probably spending a lot of time looking at real estate listings. But there's one main thing you need to do to narrow down your search. Get pre-qualified for a home loan. Mortgage loan officer Shannon Meissner is here. How does this help you to live well, bank well?
Getting pre-qualified for a mortgage loan is definitely your first step. Pre-qualification allows you to determine early on how much money you can borrow to purchase a home in connection with your monthly budget. This way you know what homes to be watching the market for. We have lots of different loan options to fit everyone's unique needs. This way we can help you accomplish your homeownership dreams and goals. And the best part about pre-qualification is there's no cost. It's quick, easy, and it makes you a smart buyer.
Thanks, Shannon. And of course, our mortgage loan officers like you are here to help you every step of the way. At the Bank of Missouri, we help you live well, bank well. The Bank of Missouri is an equal housing lender.
To nothing, Moon City leading the Republic Locos. This game with serious implications in the GRBL North Division standings. Moon City looking to improve to 5-1. Locos could pull even to 3-3 with a win today. They're without the services of their manager Chris Mesa on assignment, and so Colton Simons is the acting manager of the Locos today. He's down there in the on-deck circle, but first we're going to get a look at the rookie from Monette, Missouri, Jordan Henson.
This is Skylar Henson's little brother.
Indeed. He's a high school wrestler and a baseball player at Monette, now works as a teacher and a coach in the Logan Rogersville School District. He is at the middle school level. Takes a special soul to work with middle school kids for several hours a day on a daily.
Absolutely.
It is not for the faint of heart.
No. Them teenagers think they know everything. But then again, we got 9 and 10-year-olds that think they know everything too, so at least they try to tell us they do. But
at least in my experience of working with young people, you know, especially in that 8th grade group, so you always had the trump card of, you know what do you know? You don't even have a driver's license.
that's a good one to play.
Sometimes it was just sort of the secret weapon of last resort.
Tyler was up 0-2, and now he's, I believe it's 2-2 now.
Yeah, we pulled back even. Jordan Henson with a hit and an RBI and limited opportunities. Got a lot of guys on this Locos roster who are right at 9 and 10 at-bats at this juncture of the season. As Henson goes down on strikes, that's Abma's 3rd.
What's that petty mat for the year, or for his career? It's like 115 maybe?
Oh, how'd I know you were going to try to hit me with something like that? Colton Simons is the batter. We'll get you the Abma total in one hot second. He is at 22 for the season and 115 for the career.
I was close. I said 112.
That was not bad. Not bad. You just forgot the 3 that he's gotten today. That's all.
That's it. Colton Simons from Las Vegas, Nevada.
Yes, Shadow Ridge High School.
Mustangs.
Sponsored by Repmo Baseball Club and Acres of Envy Landscaping. And today, Coach Colt is Manager Colt. Yes, we say manager here in the pros. Ooh, little jam shot. Had a chance, but just tailed foul at the end. Right field line, took a hop into the Moon City bullpen. No chance for Nick Bacon there.
I could be wrong, but I believe Coach Colt was wearing the collar until last week.
He was, and came out of it in a big way. Had quite a few guys break out of slumps last week, and several Locos did so. There's another strikeout for Abma, 116. Because I knew you'd ask. 23 on the season, 4 in the game. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second.
I will say this: the Locos walk-up songs are pretty upbeat. We were dancing to it when we were playing them last week, so we were having a good time.
These guys know how to have fun, and they took an 8-7 loss to the Showmen a week ago. Before that, it was a 3-2 win over Springfield, then a 4-3 win over Ozark. So 4 out of 5 games have been close ones. This is, if you want to watch an interesting baseball game, this is a pretty good team to ride with. Batter is Caden Kaufman, sponsored by Kaufman Power Washing out of College of the Ozarks. Ooh, goodness, that was filth from Tyler Abma that time. Fighting back from 2-0, he's now 2 balls and a strike.
That's a good pitch, Tyler.
Yes, it is. Kaufman took a half swing at a slider, and you kind of see him talking to himself a little bit, frustrated that he did not see that one well at all.
I bet it throws it again.
Deuce is wild. Oh, took something off. That was 73 and inside. Count is now full.
Tyler's one of those ones, he's not afraid to come inside.
Went to the outer half that time, a wipeout slider, and down he goes. So Abma strikes out the side. In the second, 1-0, Moon City leads the Republic Locos. We're back with inning number 3 right after this.
Your local Hotsy dealer is an expert with hands-on cleaning knowledge to help you select the ideal pressure washer for your job. Take confidence in knowing you have a resource for all your cleaning needs. Service can be scheduled in-house or on location by a factory-trained technician using genuine Hotsy parts. Be sure to ask about scheduled maintenance plans, as well as a variety of accessories to clean more efficiently. And don't forget the soap. We have detergents for every cleaning need and have a bulk delivery program. Customized wash bays and mobile cleaning systems are also available. Build a partnership where you're a name, not a number. Contact your local Hotsy dealer to see why nothing cleans like a Hotsy.
Ryan Cram back out to work for the Republic Locos. Mavericks are at the top of their batting order as we get ready to start the third. It'll be Brandon Winder, Thomas Brand, Brady Welsh. A little bit of a change there as well. Different starting pitcher today for the Mavs and a different leadoff hitter. They've been using Thomas Brand in this spot.
Yeah.
He has slotted down to the 2 spot and Brandon Winder has moved up. I think that is a merit move for Winder and not meant to be a knock on the son of the suit, Thomas Brand.
Oh, that's towards my car.
Yes, sir, and that's why Rance Berger doesn't park anywhere near the stadium. Get some exercise when the night's over, but you know what I go back to? All windows intact.
Windows.
So Brandon Winder
So they asked a question over the PA of
how many games? Yeah.
So, Rance, how many games have you broadcasted? What is this for you? Do you know that?
Yeah, I have it. Hang on, I don't know exactly, but I know I can ballpark it for you real fast.
I'm going to say it's over 100.
So let's see, on September 10th, let's see, when was that? Then I added 3 more, 180. I have completed 183.
183.
Yes, so this is 184 today.
Dang, sir.
So, sometime in season 11, I'm going to get into the 200s, and then
Hall of Fame status.
No. Announcers play on a totally. We're playing a totally different game. We'll worry about that. Come talk to me around season 15 when I'll be closing in on 300 games, and then we'll talk.
We're going to get you your own parking spot, and
I want the one I have way out there. I don't want to be close to the stadium.
That's him over there in the mall parking lot. Just so
exactly. I will park at the Dillards if I or it's not a Dillards anymore, but yes. No, that's an old-timey thing I learned way back in my days as a young reporter up at Lake of the Ozarks. Don't ever get a good parking space at a baseball game.
Yeah, but out there at US Ballpark, it was hard to hit a foul ball into the park.
That was a little different. I still liked to park away there. Just
you were down by Marucci.
No, I was just more out toward the north edge of the property.
I gotcha.
Old habits die hard, 3-2 for Winder. Ryan Cram rocks and deals, and Winder rips one into left. He's 2 for 2 today, and Daniel England looking outright diabolical for the lineup move he has made. That is 2 singles into left field off the bat of Brandon Winder from the leadoff spot, and he's on for Thomas Brand. Thomas, I thought very appropriately, gave a shout out to his father, Kurt the Suit Brand, last week. After
That's awesome.
He said, definitely owe my dad one for convincing me I needed to come out here and play. He's having a nice year, 7 hits. That equals the total from his rookie season with the Mountain Ducks.
One thing about this team is they do put the ball in play and they put the pressure on you.
Thomas looked at a strike there, 1-1. He's got a 476 OBP. He's been getting on. That was, the knock on Thomas Brand as a rookie was, he had 7 hits in 9 games. He also struck out 15 times. Strikeout total has come down. He's at 5 strikeouts through the first 5 games. That's a little bit more livable.
Yeah, absolutely. And he had a great year last year. I believe him and his dad both played for
it was the first
Ducks.
it was the 3rd time for a father-son. It was they're the first father and son to ever record base hits in the same game in the GRBL, which was cool. And we have had father and son both pitch in the same game. Levi and Dale Shelton did that back in 2021 with the Showman. And then the answer to the trivia question, the first father and son to ever play in the same game, Skylar Carter and his father, Todd Carter. 2020. What a wild year that was. This is skied. It will get off the infield, but it's no problem for the Locos shortstop, Caden Kaufman. I say no problem. He made a interesting play look easy there. Gonna bring up Brady Welsh, 1 for 1 with a single on the day. Former pitcher in the Atlanta Braves system.
Current head baseball coach at Hartville.
Yeah, the Hartville Eagles. Down on Highway 5.
Oh, what a move.
Indeed. Ryan Cram's got a pretty good move.
I was gonna say that was with purpose there.
Yeah, Brandon Winder, I think he's thinking twice about his primary lead.
He's like, I don't know. I probably shouldn't get off any further than that.
Well, he's catching some heat from the boys in the dugout right now.
Tyler Abma. That's who it is.
Is that where the heat always comes from?
That's where it is. The mouth comes from Tyler Abma. As he stands down there with his hands on his hips telling him what to do. But then again, that was me and Tyler last year, so.
This is way up there. It is going to get, that was higher than the light stanchions, but we'll get beyond the reach of any Loco who could make a play on it. I get some fresh baseballs. Plate umpire Brian Lozano has a couple of new pieces of horsehide. It's deuces for Brady Welsh, 1 out and a runner on. A much more cautious now Brandon Winder. Just a 2.5-step lead.
Yep. Slider down. No, left it up.
Yeah, that one hung, and so it's going to be even. Or check that. We got a full count, 3-2.
You know, if Brady could hit this to right center. Big hole out there.
So Welsh with 4 hits in the Mavericks' first 5 games, and 2 of those were extra base hits. And yeah, they are giving him a big old gap. Ooh, instead, down on strikes, a slider from Ryan Cram. An inducer for Cram's second strikeout of the day.
You know, I struck out in our game earlier today, and bad thing is I kind of knew it was coming because it's vintage Engler with the slider.
Yeah.
And nothing I could do about it. It was nasty.
A good slider's a good slider.
Yeah. Tony just chased this kid all the way over here to get these foul balls and brought him his money.
Yes. You know, we like our fans to have souvenirs, but we also need game balls.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss by Tanner Kellerstrass, who falls down 0-2. He's sponsored by Martino Training Systems.
I noticed his brother or Tyler Jones is both out of the lineup this
week. No TJ. I don't know what the deal is with Matthew. Don't believe he's injured, so that might be...
Oh, I thought that was Taylor Jones.
No. Tyler Jones.
No, I was giving him a hard time in the parking lot last week about it, so... Oh, TJ.
I think sometimes TJ hears Taylor when someone actually says Tyler,
yeah.
But he's been so burned by it before that it's just like,
he got called that when we were on the Moon City team. And
I do remember that, yeah.
And he had a good day.
I'm gonna say Taylor Jones did just fine.
Yeah.
He should let her bat more often. Ryan Cram did just fine that inning. Bowed his neck, back-to-back strikeouts after giving up a single. No, he's just got 3, but those last 2 were pretty big punchies, wipeout sliders, and so it remains a 1-run ball game. 1-0. Mavericks lead the Locos, middle of the 3rd.
Mr. Callahan, let's play Word Connect.
I don't want to.
I'll start.
I'm not gonna.
Air.
Services.
Professional.
Trustworthy.
Quality.
Satisfaction.
Everyday.
Overnight.
24/7. Repair.
Replace.
Air.
Water.
Heating.
Cooling.
VIP.
Membership. Okay, that's good.
Okay, that's bad.
Stop.
Go.
Jimmy!
Mr. Callahan!
Fired.
Hired. That was fun. Again?
Call Air Services today.
When Gary and Sandra Henry started Henry's Towing nearly 5 decades ago, customers knew that Henry would be the guy coming to help. People would call and ask to let Henry do it. And as Springfield has grown, our family has grown as well, so there's always someone around to come help you out. Everyone at Henry's is a member of the family, fully trained and as dependable as the original. With a family this size, help is always right around the corner. So if you find yourself in need of roadside assistance, remember to call the name you've grown to know and trust. Remember to let Henry do it!
Michael Barnes stands in for the Republic Locos. Tyler Abma has been him for the Moon City Mavericks thus far. Mikey B, the Locos' first baseman, likely to see the pitcher's mound before this one is done. Looks at a called strike 1.
His walk-up had this whole row right here just dancing a minute ago.
I think that's his cheering section.
Oh, makes sense then.
So
Mikey B.
It's always fun to look around and figure out who's with whom in the stands, you know?
Yeah.
Ooh, Swing and a miss there for strike 2, makes it 1-2. So Barnes, 7 hits in 2024. He's 3 for 13 with an RBI and a couple of walks this season. Swings and pulls this one into play to the shortstop. Welsh had to hurry. Got it there in time. And a nice job by Brady Welsh. Settled his momentum before making the throw, and he put it right on Sam Hornberger's glove.
Great throw.
That snaps a streak of Tyler Abma strikeouts at 4, but it brings up the catcher, Devin Phillips.
His cheering section's the 9 kids down there.
Yeah, it's exactly. It's like they just add more kids every time. I don't know if the Phillips kids bring friends or what, but they're everywhere, man. That means we're going to get a Phillips-filled kids race in the 5th inning.
That is very true.
I went to the betting window before I made sure, went up there and told them I'll put 5 on Phillips in the kids race.
Or the Simons kids.
Well, that's true. That's always the wrinkle, right? Because the Simons kids can scoot. This might be pretty good. We'll see who's got the running shoes on today.
You know, I'll never forget last year, maybe even the year before, it was Landon
Wilbanks.
With
yeah,
the pink,
with the Crocs on.
With the pink Crocs.
Won a race in the Crocs. An interesting decision, but they got it done. Landon can definitely go. I think he may be at an age where he's too cool for the kids race anymore.
Yeah,
but, it's always sad when you see a kid age out of the races, but understand that's got to happen sometimes. Abma missed in, and he walks Devin Phillips, so there goes the perfect game for Tyler Abma.
That's ridiculous.
A walk
over it
to the Locos catcher. Republic has its first base runner of the day, and the batter is Skylar Henson.
Scott Wilson coming on to courtesy run.
Yep, they will run, Wilson off the bench for the catcher Phillips. Allows him to get the gear on and hopefully speed up the pace of play. Continuing to watch the skies and the radar screen here, but other than some overcast, we think we're all right.
Hall of Famer.
Yep, the old Marionville Comet, the league's all-time leader in innings pitched and strikeouts.
Marionville's known for the white squirrels.
Yes, indeed. That is, that's very. Have you ever seen them yourself?
I have not.
I have, actually.
Really?
There's just a couple of spots you have to go. There is sort of an empty field. It's across a street from a park in Marionville, and then there is also a nursing home that's got some grounds where the white squirrels like to roam. But it's really just it's not like they're all over the city. It's really just a couple of spots where the white squirrel colony is.
Pretty sure they have a festival or something.
Yes, so they've got. If you go into the town, there's the Welcome to Marionville sign has a big painting and caricature of a white squirrel. Even they have a 5K run there every year where the winners get a white squirrel figurine as a trophy.
Oh, that would be awesome.
It's quite the deal. They really lean into their white squirrel population in Marionville, Missouri.
You know, that's actually where our athletic director and head football coach, Will Christian, came from.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, he won a state championship down there.
I've always associated him with Lebanon, Missouri. But
well, he's been there for 20 years now, so...
No, definitely enjoyed in a previous life my working relationships with Will Christian. He's hired a few good baseball coaches in his time.
He's had a few.
He's also been a pretty good football coach in his time.
Yeah.
3-2 to Henson. Ooh. And he walked him.
That's not something you see normal from Tyler Abma.
Back-to-back walks. Skylar Henson just squirrely enough, I guess, to get on base. Yeah, I was taking a look at the strikeout to walk ratio for Abma. Yeah, it was 2 walks in his first 5 games. He has walked 2 batters in this one back-to-back. So still, you know, a 24-4 is a good strikeout to walk ratio. I mean, that'll do. Just a little bit uncharacteristic for Abma. Alex Bird out to visit with him quickly. That may have been something just as simple as like, hey, how can I set up? Can I do something to give you a better target to spot? We will see what adjustment has been made as Caden Morrow bats for the Locos, rookie from Hillcrest High School, now calls Marshfield, Missouri his home.
Speaking of Will Christian, he was inducted into the class of 2023 Missouri Sports Hall of Fame as a football coach.
Not bad.
I couldn't remember if it was 23 or 24.
Yeah,
So
I figured he was in there. So Morrow swung, and I guess I thought he fouled it, but no, it's a swing and a miss. And a passed ball advances the runners there. That was a little slow to develop. I think the runners thought the same thing I did.
Morrow played at Hillcrest, is that correct?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
So Chris Meza was an assistant to Ryan Schafitzel at the time Morrow was in high school there. Of course, Chris Meza not with the Republic Locos today, so Colton Simons the acting manager for the club. The Locos trying to plate one for Coach Colt here. 2 runners in scoring position and 1 out. Instead, a looking strikeout. 6 on the day for Abma, but he's not out of the woods yet. Locos go to the top of the order.
Really like that sequence by Tyler Abma. He came in, and then set up away and got the corner. So great pitch sequence there by TA.
So here's Cram. And no messing around there. That was an 85-mile-per-hour 2-seam, but it missed. 1-0. Swing and a foul ball lifted. That's going to carry out of play.
Big momentum if the Locos could play to run here, at least tie this ball game back up.
Pulling even would be huge. The runners left on base have been a pretty big killer for a lot of teams across the league here in 2025. This is swung on. That's going to stay on the playing surface. Hornberger shuffling back, reached back, and hung on. That'll get the Mavericks off the field and out of the inning. A foul out. Ends the third. So Tyler Abma walked a couple of batters, but ultimately comes off unscathed. 1-0 is the score. Mavericks lead the Locos. 4th inning is next.
Did you know that Conoco gas has 3 times more detergent additive than the minimum required by the EPA? And 30% more than the top-tier detergent gasoline standard, recommended by major car manufacturers. Other alternatives contain unwanted deposits that can build up on fuel injectors and intake valves, robbing your engine of performance. More quality in every drop. Only at your local Rapid Roberts.
Back live at Metter Park, 1-0. Republic Locos out in front, or trailing rather. The Moon City Mavericks. Goodness, that activity on the field got me all shook up.
I don't know if you saw that. Cram threw a ball. It hit the backstop square, and Phillips turned around and catches it right in the middle.
Just like they practiced, I'm sure.
Oh, it was something. And then Cram's just smiling because he didn't know what to do.
Yeah, good bounce. A little bit of luck never hurt anybody.
No.
Taking a look around, yeah, no changes for the Locos here in the fourth, and that's the big move in terms of the managerial chess match. They are sticking with Ryan Cram. That was the game plan, I understand, was to try to get Ryan to go just as deep into the game as he could, and he's pitching well. No need to lift him at this point. So Ryan Cram will be the 3+ designee for the Locos. That means any reliever who comes on, limited to 3 innings of work. Hot grounder, and Michael Barnes 1 step ahead of his fellow Kickapoo chief Ray Bailey, getting to the bag and getting the retirement to start the 4th inning.
1 pitch, 1 out, ties the record.
That was definitely a scramble there for Mikey B, but he did enough to get Bailey. Swinging a chopper off the bat of Hornberger. Up with it is Griffith, the third baseman. His throw is across. Little fadeaway grab from Barnes, but he hangs on once again. 2 pitches, 2 outs.
Ties a record.
Love the efficiency.
Now, let's see if the baseball mentality or the baseball IQ comes in.
Does Alex Bird just take?
You have to take a pitch here.
Well, let's see if he does it.
But if you're Cram, you're throwing it right down the middle.
Oh, yeah, you just don't give him the chance to lay off. Oh, they go high. Out of the zone, 1-0.
Killed it.
Bird, inside out swing. That's fouled off. It's Alex Bird, the Mavericks catcher. Singled out to right first time. Swings and grounds this one to the third baseman, Griffith. Across to Barnes in time. So a 5-pitch inning for Ryan Cram. Just like the Locos needed out of him. He will be back in the 5th. But the Locos will come up in the bottom of the 4th. That's on the other side. This time out, 1-0 is the score. Moon City out in front.
Support local, give local. We hear it all the time, and when it comes to blood donation, there's an easy way to make sure your gift is being used in your community. Donors with Community Blood Center of the Ozarks provide every drop of blood, platelets, and convalescent plasma to patients in over 40 area hospitals. How do I know why that's important? Because my youngest daughter, Joselina, is alive today thanks to local blood donors. Find out how you can help at cbco.org. Local donors, local patients. That's the Community Blood Center of the Ozarks difference.
At Central Bank, we've brought the home loan process closer to home. All of our lending decisions are made locally, right here in your community, so you get quick answers and loans that are tailored to meet your needs. So whether you're just starting your home buying journey or well on your way, Central Bank can help turn possibilities into realities. Apply online at centralbank.net or at any of our convenient locations. Central Bank. We do banking better. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Justin Loudon, I don't know who your driver's ed coach was. I had the football coach at Pryor High School, the late great Len Wendell. Great tip I picked up from him was when the car's in motion, always keep your eyes moving. And we are keeping our eyes moving up here, an eye on the action on the field, an eye on the standings table, which is always interesting as we inch toward the GRBL playoffs. We've also got eyes on the skies and an eye on the radar. Good news is weather for this one looking good. We're going to get down to 80 degrees by the time it's over. Right now we're at 83. Humidity is inching up just a little bit. The barometer is at 29.9 inches and falling, which means there's a slight chance of light rain that has entered the forecast for our baseball night in the Ozarks game. Suckers and Metropolitans. Hopefully whatever happens there is but a passing shower, if anything. We got too much to do, Mother Nature. Stay out of our way.
I love it.
But weather not expected to impact this one. And it's been a good back and forth between Ryan Cram and Tyler Abma. No surprises. Mavericks are sticking with T.A. Tyler Abma on the mound. So both teams burning that 5-inning designation straight away on their starters, and that's you know,
kind of what you expected. I mean,
pretty standard fare, yeah. Well, and especially with Abma out of action last week. You know, the question is he going to go 4 or is he going to go 5? Probably depends a little bit on the pitch count and what he tells Daniel England on the how you feeling question. C.J. Andrews, the batter here for the Locos.
The doctor.
Indeed, sports medicine doctor, as his D.O. from A.T. Still U. Undergraduate was at Southern Virginia University, NCAA Division III. All-conference academic team twice. That's a good thing to be when you're pre-med, kids.
Well, I was going to say when you're a doctor, you're pretty smart.
Well, he also appeared in 56 baseball games over that time frame. 346 OBP, and he was predominantly a shortstop at the college level. I was, believe it or not, I was able, to unearth some footage of C.J. Andrews playing college baseball for the Southern Virginia Knights back circa 2014 and 15. It's out there.
It's out there.
They had game broadcasts on the internet, my friend.
You know, that's the second time Tyler has walked the leadoff batter to start an inning. So hopefully he can get a ground ball here to Brady Welsh and turn a 2-ball.
He has already exceeded his season walk total in a single game with 3 today. Comes back at Leon Griffith with a strike on the outer half. So Griffith from Florida lines one up the middle. Leon hits one into center field. Back-to-back games with hits for Leon Griffith. First hit Tyler Abma has surrendered today. So he lost the perfecto in the third, lost the no-hitter here in the fourth. But he's got to concentrate here with nobody out. Runners on first and second. Don't lose the lead in the baseball game.
I can tell you what I'm doing in this situation. Bunting.
Ah, I see. Well, Henson
is the 4-hitter. He's probably not. He's probably not.
Probably not.
But I can tell you who would. That's the guy that's on deck.
Yeah, Simons probably would. And the fielders are...
Oh, he is.
Yeah, they are in a little. This is popped. A dive.
Oh, no.
And no, he did not catch it. And there's not going to be... Oh, my goodness. Are they going to get him? No. And then the ball is out. Barnett. Looked like the tag was in time, but the ball came out. Andrews is safe, and we're tied 1-1. So just a couple instances of misfortune on the infield.
And they called that a hit.
Well, so look. To be an error...
If it was a cheeseburger, he would have caught it.
To be an error, you have to go back and ask yourself, you know, would the average fielder make that play with, as it reads, normal effort? So Hornberger made a dive.
Therefore, I get it.
He was stretched out. I don't mind an infield single there.
I'm bunt single.
Hey, you know, doesn't always have to be pretty to function.
You know,
it's like an old farm truck.
I like that.
So second and third, still nobody out. And Tyler Abma now with a tie ball game.
Speaking of the Simons boy, there he is right there.
Yeah.
He's got longer hair than Dad does.
Yeah, it's like Colt's kind of trimmed his up a little bit. One pitch. Abma misses low. Bird found the handle quickly, keeping Griffith at third base.
Pretty sure that's Kyle Carpenter getting loose over there.
Yeah, it's a lefty. Playing catch with A.J. Musser out there, right? So two pitchers, or at least playing catch out there. Simons grounds this one right side. Mavericks are going to take the out at first. So another run scores, and the Locos lead 2-1. So Republic in the lead for the first time today.
It's always his song.
Caden Kaufman?
Caden Kaufman's song is the one that...
Stuntin' is a habit, I believe.
Stuntin' is a habit. With the butterfly doors.
He's sponsored by Kaufman Power Washing. Their slogan is not "Stunting is a habit." I don't know what their slogan is, but that is not it.
If you can't clean it, Kaufman's can. I have no idea what their slogan is.
The 1-0 might not have a slogan. Maybe they just shut up and wash things. I mean, I'd take that. That sounds reputable enough to me.
Oh, you want us to clean that? We got it.
2-0.
3-0.
Abma laboring a little bit here, and yeah, Carpenter starting to throw with a little more purpose in that Moon City pen.
Good pitch.
Yeah, Abma fought back and got a called strike there. 79 miles per hour on the inner half. (3-1). Walked him.
You know, the last couple times I've noticed Tyler turning and looking back at the mound. I don't know if his footings, if he's not getting the right footing or what, but.
You know, actually we had rain yesterday. It was somewhere around 0.2 of an inch at max. So I got to looking at the mound this morning before the games, and they had looked like just put down a little more sand. That's not unusual. They put down the sand and the pellets pretty consistently to try to create a nice even landing zone. There were a couple of wear spots. You know, the Drury Panthers played a game here yesterday, but I didn't see anything on the mound that looked unusual or anything other than normal signs of use, you know.
You know, and that's one thing with the staff here at Drury. They take really good care of their facility. And
yeah, we have Cole Hill has been taking care of the place on our behalf quite a bit. He's an assistant on Coach Scott Nasby's staff. So ball and 2 strikes here for Michael Barnes. 1 out, runners on the corners. Check throw. Not the most inspired move, I'd say. But an honest move on Kaufman. Comes back at Barnes, who swings and fouls one.
Out of play.
Yeah, just over the net. So we will do yet another 1-2. Credit Mikey B for finding a way to keep it going.
Yeah, I'm going to bet that TA is going to either come with a changeup or his slider down and in.
So Barnes back in. Runner goes. Mikey B lifts one in the air to center field. Settling and finding it is Brand. Runner tags. They will score. The Locos now lead 3-1. It'll be credited a sacrifice fly to Mike Barnes. And the lead is now 2. And more importantly for the Locos, just extends the inning. And you know, Tyler Abma was probably ready to be in the dugout 3 batters ago. Instead, he's got a knuckle down and deal. Boy, Phillips took an aggressive cut there at a pitch on the outer half. Probably swung at ball 1, to be honest.
Yeah. Looked high.
Well, the pen has gone quiet for City. 2 outs, a runner on, 0-1. Swinging a foul ball will make it 0-2.
If I'm guessing, I'm going to guess this is probably TA's last inning.
Yeah.
I mean, unless he goes in there and sweet talks Dan.
I was going to say that he would need the powers of debate, I think. You know, 4 innings is not a bad, you know, not with the pitching staff that Moon City has. That's
but you know,
fair.
on the same hand, this is what Dan England drafted Tyler to do, is to pitch 5 innings. So that leadoff walk in the last 2 innings. Finishes it with a strikeout there.
Yeah, down on strikes goes Phillips. So if that is the end of Tyler Abma's day, he concedes 3 runs in the 4th, and the Republic Locos now lead this thing 3-1. 7th strikeout of the day for Tyler Abma. Back with the 5th right after this.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. Whether you're looking to pay bills or make a big purchase, sometimes you need cash quickly to take that next step. A consumer loan might be a perfect option to help you live well, bank well. Sonia McClendon, one of our branch managers, is here to explain.
Thank you, Nicole. We provide personal consumer loans for almost any purpose, from building your credit to financing that new car. We offer competitive rates, and decisions are made locally so we can get you the money that you need quickly. But what makes our consumer loans unique is that personal touch. For example, I recently worked with a customer to secure a loan for a horse trailer. He could have went elsewhere, but he chose to work with his bank because of that personal relationship that we've built with him. Being able to work with your personal banker that you know and trust makes a big difference.
That's right, because we work with our customers to help them live well, bank well. Get started at bankofmissouri.com.
Ryan Cram and the Republic Locos play from the lead. They score 3 in the bottom of the 4th and lead the Moon City Mavericks 3-1. I'm Rance Berger, my partner for this one, Justin Loudon, and we welcome in. We've got a special guest. He is the GRBL's legal counsel, so watch out for that one, everybody. But he's also a former GRBL PA announcer from our early and humble beginnings, fresh off of a nice performance in a half marathon. Ian Lewis, everybody. Ian, great to see you, man.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Let's talk about the half marathons. There was a day where if somebody would have told me Ian Lewis is in a half marathon, I would have said pull the other leg. But,
yeah, I know.
But that happened.
Yeah, it's been an interesting. I think I started training for it about 6 months ago.
Oh, dude, that is impressive. So 13.1 miles.
I can tell you right now, Snacks ain't running no half marathon.
I'm a 5K guy. I think I've done a couple of 10Ks in my day, but that's all I have the wherewithal to do. You guys are hosses, man. So what was the training program? Seriously, that is not something to just go out and do lightly.
So it's about running at least 4 to 5 times a week. Kind of you build on your time. You do you're averaging 5Ks every other day, and then you'll do like a long run on the weekend of up to 10 miles.
Wow, what a grab on the
nice
run by Ryan Cram in foul territory to get the out. Evan Barnett down 1 away.
Yeah, I never got to 13.1 during my training.
Really?
So I got to about 10.1, and then I'm not going to push myself to. I'm not running half marathons to train for half marathons. So.
That makes sense. Here's Nick Bacon. That's a name you called out during your days on the microphone over
Nick's
at
a Batman.
U.S. Baseball Park. Ian, I think so. I met you my rookie year, season 3, but I know your days in the GRBL go back farther than that. Helping to make your brother Tony. He came at you with an idea. Let's hear that story. How did that turn from Ian, I have this idea, to Ian, I need your expert legal opinion?
Yeah, and it was a mix of both. So it was, how can you give free legal advice? Which, of course, I would give Tony free legal advice anytime he needs. But
wow. Not all brothers would, though.
Yeah, I know. And
Bacon down on strikes. Ryan Cram getting better as this goes.
Yeah. But Tony came with the idea, and it was I could see his passion about it, and he was devoted to it. And so I did what I can, did my research, helping him piece together, from the legal aspect of like insurance and making sure everybody's signed up and waived and ready to go. I think he's just been cutting and pasting ever since.
That's what I was always taught, right? It's good to have counsel on retainer, but you also don't just invite them into things for fun, because that's when the meter starts running.
Exactly.
Tyler Abma might have been a broken bat, but a nice piece of hitting there.
Throws his hands at it, and good things happen.
But in addition to Tony, I've been watching Daniel England since I work with him.
Yes, yeah, he's a coworker, colleague. He even thought maybe like Ian Lewis had a hand in getting Daniel England out here from the get-go.
Oh, just kind of talking him through it. Excited for him, supporting him through. And I know he has a strong family presence here also. So, seeing him go from player to coach has been. And I watched his live feed with you last weekend, and that kind of inspired me to come up here.
Very nice. It's a wild pitch, and they've got a runner on for Abma. That's A.J. Musser taken off and advancing into scoring position for the Mavs. Winder at the plate represents a potential game-tying run. He's 2 for 2 on the day, by the way.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure he's 2 for 2.
He is. Singles to left field both times.
Hard hit balls, too.
Well, he's up 3-0, so he'll probably keep it on the shoulder this time. Like Ian, I know you're a Tony Lewis fan, but I also happen to know from our friendship on social media, you tend to share a lot of Moon City stuff. So wait, if we held you down and said you got to pick one for the playoffs, who you riding with, Mavericks or Ducks?
I'm going with Moon City. I'm a Moon City guy. Have been for years.
Love it. These colors don't run.
It is. I mean, it has to be. It's something about that team.
That's cool. I love that.
But it's like I want individuals. Like I want Mikey B to do well. I'm a big Mikey B fan. Always I want Tony to do well. But as a team, Moon City.
Cram's offering to Winder. He lunged at it late, fouled it off. So we'll do a 3-2 payoff.
All three of them thought it was a strike.
I was going to say Winder even hesitated before he went and took the base, but down and out of the zone, I believe, is the call.
And here comes
the plate umpire.
Skylar Henson.
Skylar Henson's going to go talk to Ryan Cram. So the acting manager is Colton Simons. He's in center field with his hands on his hips, so he's just going to let whatever this is happen. Skylar Henson, acting pitching coach, perhaps?
Could be.
Not a bad one to have.
Absolutely
no
not.
one has thrown more innings in this league than that man, Skylar Henson.
Or has more strikeouts than that guy.
Ian, I can ask you this because I know you've been watching since day one. What do you think of the environment here in Season 10, right? The look and the feel of the league, what it has grown into on Sunday afternoons.
I think we're years now away from the wing and a prayer days when it was all shoestrings and bubble gum and keeping this thing together through rain and shine. I think Tony and you guys have put together a functioning, breathing organization here, and you guys should be proud of yourselves.
Thomas Brand looked at a strike. So we're back even 1-1. Sometimes we do have to get out the bubble gum. I appreciate the kind words, but...
Oh my.
Yeah, indeed, that got away. And Devin Phillips might get out the bubble gum in the glove there.
Thomas, 1 for 2?
Yes, indeed. Singled in the first. So having a career year. Talked about that earlier. Out of State Fair Community College, but swung and missed there.
If Cram can get out of this inning, it's going to be huge.
Yeah, that will be a big lift for the Locos.
Because you got to think they're going to go Skylar Henson, right?
Maybe not. Here's a grounder to Michael Barnes. They may go Michael Barnes. It may be Henson. Maybe a player to be named later. We'll just have to wait and see with the rest of you, as that will end the day on the pitcher's mound for Ryan Cram for sure. 1 earned run across 5 innings of work, but he will have to yield. to a teammate as we go forward. Well, Ian, thank you so much for
Not at
stopping
all.
by, man.
Not at all.
Congrats on the half.
I appreciate that.
You ever going to go for the full one?
No, I'm not doing that.
Attaboy.
I'll do the other half. I'm doing another half Bass Pro, but I'm not doing the full.
Nice.
Not doing that.
Nice. Well, hey, man, good luck with all that. Hope
appreciate it.
you know, a lot of that is just surviving the training. So hope the body holds up and you're able to do everything you want and then some. And thank you for everything you do behind the scenes to make sure we're legal.
Anything and everything.
Always good to have at least one friend who's passed a bar exam. That's Ian Lewis, GRBL's legal counsel, angel investor, former PA man, and all-around good dude. Snacks and I are back with the bottom of the fifth after a quick timeout.
Remanufacturing isn't just a process, it's a legacy. From the seasoned hands of our experts to the eager spirit of the new generation, we bridge the gap by bringing together knowledge and innovation. We are one team with diverse experiences. We are moving toward one goal to ensure our future thrives. We are on one mission to pass down wisdom and embrace the new, ensuring the earth flourishes for generations to come. We are CNH Reman.
Skylar Henson comes to bat for the Locos, and how about this, Justin Loudon? That is right-hander Tyler Abma back on the pitcher's mound once more for Moon City. Oh, and he hit him. Not only did he hit Henson, he hit the plate umpire, Brian Lozano, a 2-for-1 special. And I think Lozano got the worst of that.
I think Tyler was like, man, you know, I've walked the last two guys every inning. I'd rather save my pitch count.
You may as well just dunk somebody, right?
No. But, you know, and honestly, he must have went in there and debated really well against Dan England. And looks like
activity in both pens. You've got lefty Kyle Carpenter up in the Mavericks pen, and another lefty for the Locos, Scott Wilson, up and getting warm for Republic. They have to make a pitching change, so we know that's coming in the 6th. I thought we would see Michael Barnes or Skylar Henson, but instead it's Wilson.
And you know, Wilson's been that guy to go out there.
Yeah, he was very good last time out. Oh goodness, Evan Barnett just lost the handle, and then they still got the throw out. I guess Caden Morrow was a little late getting out of the box maybe after watching Barnett field it, and then not field it.
I mean, he had a great double play ball there.
And instead they get one.
Kind of put a handle on that thing.
So it'll be Ryan Cram. 0 for 2 on the day.
Gave that a hit.
Did they really? No. Stop.
There is no errors on that board.
Well, no, they got the out.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not an error or anything. Oh, and no, he
fielder's choice.
Just a spinneroonie. That was just theatrics.
You know, that's one thing about Mr. Barnett is he is very theatrical.
Theatrical? That is a word. Nothing in one.
You know, in years past, he's the guy that's always talking, always chirping, and I love it. But normally he's catching. He does catch quite a bit,
yeah.
I do believe. I believe is he their backup?
He is. That is swung on in the air to center field. Back goes Thomas Brand.
Great throw.
Yeah, well, that was all set up, honestly, by Brand's route to the ball. You see he ran back and then started stepping forward so he could catch that ball with forward momentum.
Kids, that's how it's done right there.
That is textbook stuff. Even old crotchety Clay Odell would have thought that was fine stuff from Thomas Brand.
Clay, I'm pretty sure Clay Odell hurt himself chasing a foul ball. He was over there. He was stretching a lot over there by our dugout today, but he's a good one.
Oh yeah, Clay. He'll absolutely love to say two hands. He likes to slide that into the broadcast whenever possible. Oh my goodness, Alex Burr! Oh no! The throw was in time. What happened? Henson is safe. I guess he slid to the back of the bag. I thought they'd got him.
Hey, I was going to say, Alex did a great job, got separation between him and the batter, put a good throw on the bag.
Well, that's a fantastic stolen base for Skylar Henson then. He did well to come up safe. That's got to be said. Batter is CJ Andrews. 0 for 1 with a walk today. Came into this one hitting 5 for 16. Chops one. Third baseman Barnett up with it. He gunned it, and Hornberger able to get that back foot down on the bag. And the Mavericks get out of the inning. So that will officially chase Tyler Abba. I don't care what he tells Daniel England. He's not coming back for the 6th. That is done. So it'll be relievers for both teams when we come back for inning at number 6. 3-1 is our score. The Republic Locos lead the Moon City Mavericks. Snacks and I are back in a moment.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. The risk of losing your hard-earned money to scams is real, especially the scammers sending out fake communications. And that's why we're talking to our Director of Fraud Mitigation, Corey Gerstenschlager. He's got some good practices to help keep your money safe.
Thank you, Nicole. Yes, often we're seeing that people are being contacted by scammers through text message, phone calls, or emails, posing as legitimate companies or even your bank, trying to persuade you into providing sensitive information like passwords and things of that nature, sometimes even asking you to send them money. If you receive any kind of communication like this and you didn't ask for it, that's a good red flag that it isn't legitimate. So when you have those situations, get an actual number that you trust for that company, call them and verify the accuracy of the information that you're receiving. Good rule of thumb is make sure to check your accounts frequently and report any suspicious activity.
Thanks, Corey. At the Bank of Missouri, we help you live well, bank well.
I need a change. My workouts are too boring.
Oh, I've got an amazing workout for you. Hot yoga. I've lost weight and I'm more flexible.
Try our community classes for only $8. Sumit's Hot Yoga. You are going to feel awesome.
Well, it's not Scott Wilson. It is also not Michael Barnes. It's not Skylar Henson. It's Caden Morrow getting the ball, a right-hander for the Republic Locos. Yes, their roster and their pitching staff is deep. Here is Morrow out of Hillcrest High School, a sewer construction foreman who now calls Marshfield, Missouri his home.
That's a dirty job.
Indeed. So Morrow actually has not pitched a regular season inning for the Locos this year. Pitched some innings in the preseason. He was a first-team all-conference and all-district pitcher for the Hillcrest Hornets. But this is the official mound debut for Morrow.
Looks like they got a couple defensive changes.
Indeed. Scott Wilson's gone to... Nope.
Ryan Cram went to center.
Yep, Simons has gone to right.
CJ Andrews has moved over to third. Ryder Young is at second
base. All right. And still Caden Kaufman at shortstop. Still Michael Barnes at first.
And Leon
Griffith behind the dish. Jeez. Wholesale changes. 0-1 to Brady Welsh. Still Jordan Henson in left field, so at least something is mildly consistent for me.
And Kaufman at short, and Mr. Mikey B at first.
So Brady Welsh, with his team trailing 3-1, is down in the count 1-2, pulls this one, but it is sharply foul. So Morrow, big frame, goes about 6'4", 6'5" with the cleats on.
You know, his stance really makes me think of Josh Engler.
Yeah.
Very similar.
Yeah, it really he goes from the full wind, squares up, likes to work from the first base side of that rubber. Very pronounced rocker step.
Yep.
Count is now full to Welsh.
You got to throw your best pitch here.
It's a fastball. It is through a couple of gloves and into center field. Brady Welsh leads off the 6th with a base hit for the Mavs. He's now 2 for 3 today. Tanner Kellerstrass, sponsored by Martino Training Systems. I think he's very glad to see that Ryan Cram is not on that pitcher's mound. He's 0 for 2 today with a couple of Ks. So Tanner looking to get something going. He is now 6 for 17 with a couple of doubles on the season. 3 RBIs. Morrow started him with a slider high, 1-0.
You got TA over there coaching first base.
There's not a lot to that, is there? If the guy wears an elbow guard, you take that and then you tell him to go, as you did just now. That ball was overthrown on a check throw, and then it ended up going to a place where it was not retrievable for the first baseman, Barnes. So second base awarded to Brady Welsh. First error of the game, officially.
That's not.
I said officially.
You know, we had a bunch of those last game, and
teams combined for what, 9 or 10? I want to say
it was rough, but it seemed like it's okay because I made one when I was on the mound too. It's similar to that. I mean, I threw it in the dirt and it got out to right field. And, you know, I said, well, that's on me. But so you did go to the table and you did you put your money on which kid? The Phillips
Phillips,
kid? Yeah, Phillips kid.
Usually a safe bet in that kids race. I guess it's going to be the 6th inning kids race this time. There's a walk to Kellerstrass. So
here comes the pitching coach.
Yes, indeed. Henson's going to come out and chat with Morrow. This has got to be nothing more than the settle down chat, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. You know, even when he's on the mound, he always puts his hands on his hips. And Seiler is, well, heck, he's been in the league since what, 2019?
He came in season 2.
Season 2, so 2017.
Yep. Had a long stint of getting drafted by Scott Nasby in the early days.
Yeah.
So he was a 66er back in season 2. That was right after he had graduated from Arkansas Pine Bluff.
And I remember because he would show up and he would have on his college gear.
Yep.
And I still think that he does.
He does. He usually shows up for tryouts in a Pine Bluff.
Yep. Pullover.
Cage jacket. Yeah.
Yep.
1-0 here for Ray Bailey. Ran down. It's 2-0.
If you're the Locos, you can't let this get away from you.
No, I got the tying run aboard here. Nobody out.
Great spot
for Morrow. I mean, there's not. It's like, yeah, you know, you want to show that you can pitch in game situations in this league, but you know, you can't treat this like it's a tryout at this phase. You really also can't save anything back. You know, this team's pitching staff is deep enough.
Yeah.
That, you know, if you go out and you go 1 inning and then you say I don't have any more, you're not letting the team down in that situation, provided you got 3 outs and kept the other team from scoring.
Yeah, I mean, if you can go out here, do your job, throw a scoreless, throw a goose egg up there, and just, you know, kind of throw it out.
Yeah, instead, Bailey goes the other way into left. Welsh will woe up at third, and so the bases are loaded, nobody out. That's a hit, a walk, and a hit for the Mavericks, who have a little something cooking here all of a sudden in the 6th. Sam Hornberger comes up with the bases juiced.
corner should be in here.
Yeah. So Hornberger has grounded to the left side. Yeah, grounded into a double play in the first. He popped out to the first baseman the last time he batted. That was in the fourth. Yeah, corners are in. Oh, Locos playing like they want to keep a run off the board. Playing for the force at home. Go-ahead run is aboard. He's on first.
Good pitch.
Yes, indeed. I like the job, too, by Brady Welsh. He's aware of where the third baseman Andrews is, and he's taken off each time, trying to get Caden Morrow aware just a little bit. This is sliced foul just beyond the reach of the first baseman Barnes.
You know, if Barnes catches that and his momentum's still taking him to the fence,
Does Brady take off? Yeah.
Yeah, because Brady was already back there. Like, he saw it, went back, and was waiting.
That's what happens when you have high school baseball coaches who are also players. You get some high IQ stuff, and it doesn't always show up in the lines, but it can affect a game. And Brady's doing a nice job trying to affect the game. Hornberger skies one into right field. Simons makes the catch, and that's going to be too shallow to try a tag up and go there. So one away.
I'm running on that arm. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Conventional wisdom says you still got 2 outs to work with. I could see pressing the action maybe if there was one away.
Now, honestly, if that's a Kellerstrass kid, Matthew.
Yeah.
He
maybe
probably
he does
score.
take off like a dart. Yeah, that's a chance. But you got Alex Bird up here who's been swinging a hot bat, 1 for 2 today. I think Brady likes the kid's chances, and it's a wild pitch. Now Welsh will come home and score. So the Mavericks have cut the deficit to 1, taking advantage of a wild pitch.
If you're Morrow here, you just got to find your composure, okay? The game's not over, obviously. You still have the lead. You have a base open. Attack. Try to get you a ground ball. Try to get out of it.
So 1-0 with 1 out. Runners on second and third. And Morrow dipped that one into the upper part of the zone for a called strike. It's a nice pitch there. And a nice take by Bird. Back even. Fastball in. And a nice block by Griffith.
Griffith does a really good job behind the plate.
Yeah, he was drafted as a catcher in round 3, and then the Locos also took Devin Phillips later in the draft. Oh, that got away from him. Locos are going to have a chance at the plate. He's safe.
Kellerstrass.
Tanner Kellerstrass. He was not the track and field runner, but he was fast enough. And we are tied 3-3.
Still not out of it here.
No, definitely not. 1 out, a runner on third. And yeah, Ray Bailey, he can run. They end up walking Alex Bird. So Bird does the job, extends the inning, and that's going to bring all of the infield in for the Locos. I think that is it. For Caden Morrow, it'll be a Henry's towing pitching change. They're going to go to left-hander Scott Wilson. First and third, 1 out. Wilson coming on here. We will step aside 30 seconds, come back, bring you Scotty's numbers right after this.
At Central Bank, we've brought the home loan process closer to home. All of our lending decisions are made locally, right here in your community, so you get quick answers and loans that are tailored to meet your needs. So whether you're just starting your home buying journey or well on your way, Central Bank can help turn possibilities into realities. Apply online at centralbank.net or at any of our convenient locations. Central Bank. We do banking better. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
It's a Henry's towing pitching change for the Republic Locos, who now find themselves tied with the Moon City Mavericks in what has been an interesting back and forth thus far. We are in the top of the 6th inning. So Scott Wilson, left-hander from Neosho, Missouri, stayed close to home and went to Crowder College. Ended up going into the agriculture field, now works as a farm manager in Miller, Missouri, with a large beef cattle operation, talking 500 plus head of cows there. So Scott Wilson in 2025 has pitched 5 1/3. He has given up 5 earned runs on 7 hits, struck out 4, and walked 13. The free pass has certainly been his Achilles heel, a 9.00 ERA. Previously, Scott Wilson in a stint with the Locos in 2024, a lot sharper, 11 2/3 innings, allowing 6 earned on 9 hits for a 4.63 ERA. So for Scott Wilson coming on in relief here, he's usually pretty good about leaving the past in the past. That's going to be the order today. Last time out against the Branson Showmen, Wilson was sharp. 3 innings, he gave up 1 run on 2 hits, struck out 2, walked 5, but did a good job distributing the weight and ended up giving the Locos a chance to charge late. But of course, Justin Loudon, you and the Showmen prevailed in that one by a run.
Yep.
Had to walk it off.
Had to walk it off. Mr. David Edwards did it again. And you know, I'm not going to say nothing, but I kind of feel we would have done that again today. But it is what it is, and you know, good win for the Ducks. That's the second time they got us with the time limit on their game.
Yeah, you know, the old 2:35 to start the inning, and yeah, I don't love the time limit rule necessarily.
Especially,
gotta be honest with you.
Yeah, luckily, you know, when the playoffs get here, time limit goes out the window. So
yes, we will play natural baseball to a natural conclusion.
That's what we like.
2 balls and a strike to
Scotty Wilson's got to find the zone here.
Barnett, yeah.
Oh.
We'll say in the eliminators and the semis, if a game goes long enough, the California tiebreaker can still come into play, but
yeah,
we'll worry about that if and when it happens. 3-1 here, 1st and 3rd for the Mavericks.
Straight pitch.
Yes, indeed. 2-seam fastball.
You know, you and I kind of joked about it earlier this week. We were talking about it, and I think the last 3 winners, because I know the Moon City team in 21 was not, we had the first round bye, but the last 3 teams have come out of the eliminator games, and Brock Chaffin always liked to say that he always wanted to play that game.
Yeah, he always told me he didn't want the bye because he didn't want the break, and then his other argument was like, well, let the guys play more baseball that way.
Getting your money's worth.
I said, sure, Brock, why don't you try to win the division? How about that? 3-2, swung on and looped. Could be catchable if it's on the surface, and it is. What a job by Michael Barnes over the rail, making the catch to get Evan Barnett. That may turn into a big out before all is said and done here.
Yeah.
So Nick Bacon, meanwhile, 1 for 2 on the day. 3-game hitting streak. He will carry that into next week.
Nick Bacon and Scotty Wilson, I'm sure, have had their times against each other.
Hell, hang around long enough. That's going to happen. They've also been teammates previously, I do believe.
Really?
Trying to look back through Wilson's career here. So yeah, he was. Yeah, they were both with the Mavericks in 23.
I did not know that.
Or no, check. No, they were not. Never mind. Nick. That was Nick's year with the Mountain Ducks. So no, they were not. I stand corrected.
Because he went from Moon City
to Ozark and then back to Moon City. It was
yeah.
almost like Dan England just loaned Nick out for that 2023 season, but he has drafted Bacon in 3 of the last 4 seasons.
Now Moon City had the red jerseys last year, right?
Yes. So Nick's back in the powder blue for the first time since 2021.
Which is the last time that they had the powder blue, isn't it?
Indeed. It's a good look.
Not going to tell you what happened that year, but they won the championship.
A walk issued to Nicholas Bacon. It's been a rough go here in the 6th for the Locos. They could still squirm out of it in a tie ball game here, but Tyler Abma, one swing of the bat, could give the Mavericks the lead. Looked at ball one, down and in. So Abma.
Tyler is one of those ones that shows up 10 minutes before the game starts, doesn't take a swing in the cage.
Well, don't hustle the method, right? He's 1 for 6 on the season. The one being the one today.
Look at that.
Well, I think he knows he was drafted for his pitching. Not his hitting. Although he historically has not been a terrible hitter. Matter of fact, if you go back to 2023, he was actually 5 for 21 that year. So hitting just under 250. You know, most of the time, if a pitcher is above 200 flat, you think he's just great. Little jam up there. So we're at 1-2. This is swung on, grounded right side. Ryder Young up with it. His throw across in time, and that will end the top of the 6th, but not before the Moon City Mavericks. Plate 2. They loaded them up. Base hits from Brady Welsh and Ray Bailey, taking advantage of a couple of wild pitches, and so we are tied 3-3. Back with more Grip and Rip baseball right after this timeout.
Remanufacturing isn't just a process, it's a legacy. From the seasoned hands of our experts to the eager spirit of the new generation, we bridge the gap by bringing together knowledge and innovation. We are one team with diverse experiences. We are moving toward one goal to ensure our future thrives. We are on one mission to pass down wisdom and embrace the new, ensuring the earth flourishes for generations to come. We are CNH Reman.
Kid lost a shoe, blew a tire between 2nd and 3rd in the kids race, and then still came away with 1st place, so he will get the prize, winning a souvenir baseball. Per the rules of NASCAR, he will be fined $50,000 for that loose wheel, and 2 crew members will be ejected for the next race. Hey, I don't write the rules. I just have to tell the folks at home what happened, and that's NASCAR, man.
I'm telling you right now, if you look down here to the left, Coach Steve.
Steve Lale, yes, indeed. They are watching the sky, aren't they?
Yes, they are. And Tony, dressed up, he is looking.
Yeah, he may have some place to be. I'm not liking that look, because that means decisions might have to be made later.
And that means?
It should be Steve Lale. He's still as long as Steve's on the premises, I'm all right.
And that's not a bad guy to have.
No, yeah, absolutely. In terms of directors of baseball operations, can't go wrong with a guy who's in the Missouri Coaches Association Hall of Fame. It's a Henry's Towing pitching change for the Mavericks. Weather is fine for the conclusion of this one, and so here comes Kyle Carpenter. He's sponsored by Key Cornerstone Realty. Carp, originally from St. Charles, Missouri. He went to St. Dominic High School. That's in nearby O'Fallon. So far in 2025, he's been stellar. 13 innings, 2 earned runs, 11 hits, 5 walks, a hit batsman, and 3 strikeouts. A 1.38 ERA trending downward. It was 1.80 a couple of weeks back. Last time out against the Metropolitans on September 14th, Carp pitched 3 scoreless innings, scattered 3 hits, struck out 2, and boinked the guy. Defense committed 2 errors behind him, but the Mavericks, interestingly enough, were able to limit the damage and still come away unscathed. So Carpenter, you have to go back to September 7th was the last time he conceded an earned run.
Carp's got some good stuff.
Yep, fastball, slider, a knuckleball that's delivered from slightly below three-quarters.
Yep.
Leon Griffith will be the batter for the Locos.
You know, there's a picture out there that Mike had took, and Carp's got his eyes closed and his tongue out and throwing his knuckleball.
Leon Griffith starts off strong for the Locos with a base hit out into left field, and don't look now, Griffith, he wore the collar for 4 weeks, got his first GRBL hit last week. He's 2 for 3 today. Yeah, Carpenter makes some of the most notorious freeze frame faces.
Yes, he
if
does.
you are a longtime follower of GRBL photography. It just means he's throwing so hard his face can't handle it, right? 1-0 to Jordan Henson.
You know, and that's another thing that I don't think gets a lot of credit with you spending your Sundays here doing the games every Sunday. And Mike
Hudgens, yeah, absolutely. Mike Hudgens Photography
does a great job.
Official game day photographer, the GRBL. Find him on Facebook, Mike Hudgens Photography. He's an inductee into the GRBL Hall of Fame, then went out and got a tattoo to commemorate it.
Yes, he did.
That was like, yeah, oh my gosh. That was not a stipulation for his election, by the way. He showed up with it the following season, and we all went, holy smokes, Hudge, okay. But I mean, you get an idea
how serious it is.
Right, you know, the level of dedication, and you know, that induction was clearly very meaningful and very personal for Mike.
And well deserved. He does a great job. I mean, like I said, he probably snaps, what, 150 photos a game?
Well, it's probably more than that. I think over the years he's learned, like a good pitcher, to work a little more efficiently. But in the digital age, yeah, it's about just go ahead and mash that button and then, you know, go back and clean it up later.
Exactly.
But you know, he also has a quick turnaround. He works late into the night on Sunday and then into Monday to post photo galleries the next day. So Jordan Henson is on. That's back-to-back hits for the Locos. The batter is Colton Simons. Ooh, a little fake takeoff and then a bunt attempt for Simons. Pitch was out of the zone, but the bat was already out there.
Carp just told the third baseman, Barnett, to just stay there. We'll handle it.
Well, Carpenter gets off the mound pretty well.
Yes, he does.
In terms of pitchers fielding their position, he's a good one to watch and learn from for sure. And look at that, just bent one into the zone. That was filthy. They had here 0-2. So Carpenter, sometimes, you know, allowing a couple of base runners is just what he needs in order to lock in. Looks back at the lead runner Griffith, now comes home, and he got Simons looking. Colt threw the hips back like he was gonna get hit. Carpenter caught the inner half, and down goes Simons. Bring up Caden Kaufman, a walk and a strikeout today, sponsored by Kaufman Power Washing. Caden Kaufman, 23 years old. Swung on and missed. This is interesting. He has an honest-to-goodness Hotmail account, hotmail.com.
Who does?
Caden Kaufman.
A Hotmail?
Yeah.
You know,
and it's for real, because he has received and sent official league email from said account. I did, first of all. It was news to me that Hotmail was still a thing, right? That was, everybody had one of those back in the Windows 95 days when you were checking your Hotmail with your dial-up connection at home. Caden Kaufman was not
the BlackBerry.
Right, but Caden Kaufman was literally not alive for any of that. Born in 2002, I believe it was. Geez, that dates me. Yeah, how in the world does this kid know how to get to hotmail.com, let alone set up an account with it?
you know, this kid doesn't know anything about MySpace, but he knows Hotmail.com.
I mean, yeah, my gosh. It's always, it is shocking, but that's 100% real. That is not Ranceburger hyperbole, my friend.
No, and then, you know, if you think about it, most people do have, like, Gmail accounts.
Yeah,
now,
everybody's gone to something else.
Yeah.
But Hotmail used to be it.
Don't look now, but the
I was
Locos.
going to say, Leon Griffith with a hot slide into third there. A little double steal action. 2 in scoring position now with 1 away. First base is open. It's 2-2. Or check that, 3-2. Carpenter trying to get a punchy on Kaufman here to get to Michael Barnes. Got him looking. Back-to-back strikeouts for Carpenter.
But it doesn't get easier for Carpenter.
No. And matter of fact, you know, when you look at Michael Barnes' career numbers, this is tougher. So Michael now 3 for 14 with a sacrifice fly in this game. 3 for 14 on the season, 0 for 1 today. Grounded out to the shortstop his first time. Best offensive season for Barnes, his 2023 year with the Mavericks. He had 10 hits that year. That's going to get down. Likely to score 2 as the throw is cut off. A 2 RBI single out into center field from Michael Barnes, and the Locos lead 5-3.
You are absolutely right. This is the cheering section for Mikey B.
Well, hey, he's giving them some things to be excited about. He's now got 3 RBIs in this game. And he put the Locos back out in front.
Here comes a rookie and Ryder Young.
Yeah, batting, making his first plate appearance of the game, hitting in the stead of Devin Phillips. So Ryder Young out of Glendale.
I know he played travel ball with 417. I saw that when he was at...
was he carrying some old gear?
Yeah, well, he was at when he was at the tryout.
Gotcha.
417 shirt and 417 hat. And so
he is the youngest player in the league. Just met the age requirement. Nothing in 2. It's a wild pitch. Alex Bird threw that back like he was a little frustrated.
So I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that means Dan England's the oldest.
He is, yes, 52 years old. He's the only player in the 50-plus mark this time by. Oh, off Carpenter's glove, and that's going to result in Ryder Young reaching safely.
Don't worry, I'm watching the scoreboard to see what they give that one.
Well, do you say it went through the glove, or do you say Carpenter should have had that?
Pitchers have to field their position too.
I say, almost always, this league tends to lean hit. I see no decision yet. The batter is Skylar Henson. What would you do if you were scoring it, Justin?
Air. No, I like to give those guys a good time, or a hard time, but honestly, I mean, that's kind of one of those balls.
So it's the with normal effort. I guess what you could debate is that Carpenter was too nonchalant. Then again,
he's a lefty.
Well, look, and everything's going to be just a stab when you're 60 feet away and that ball is screaming back at you.
Yeah. Oh, that was ugly. They have yet to still make a decision on that one yet.
I'm looking. He may not want to make a ruling. He may just leave it up to me. Swinging a foul ball back. You know what, Justin? What do we get? Let's go hit for Ryder Young. How about that? Kind Kyle Carpenter would probably like it to be an error. I mean, that's the way you can help your ERA as a pitcher. Just commit some errors if you know you're going to give up a base runner. Because weirdly, a fielding error or a throwing error by the pitcher, not counted. It still counts as an unearned run.
Yeah.
Even though you are the guy who,
you are the one that made that.
Of all the things in baseball scoring, that's always been weird to me. Runner takes off. Henson 2 hops it to the second baseman.
Ryder wasn't careful. He about ran right into it.
I was going to say, that was closer than it should have been, maybe, but the 4-3 out happens. But nonetheless, the Locos plate 2, a 2 RBI base hit off the bat of Michael Barnes, makes it 5-3. We're back with more Grip and Rip baseball and more interesting debates about baseball scoring on the other side of this break.
Now I have all my HVAC has been upgraded. Everything's working smoothly. Again, that's why I use All Clear. I'm Bruce Porter. I own a company here in town called the Resource Center. We do insurance and financial stuff. So I'm not a plumber. We're busy. We have a really good staff. Just like Garen and his team, we try to make a difference in the world. The last thing I want to do is be having to close my business because my plumbing doesn't work. When you use other companies, sometimes you'll get an accurate quote, and sometimes they'll have to come out more than once. And then it seems like you're always paying for this, that, or the other. So when you have somebody you can trust that's going to take care of your units or fix your plumbing when it's down, that's why I use them, because I can call them and they'll fix it. And I never have to worry about pricing. I never have to worry about what if I need them to come back. They've always been willing to come right back out and make sure it's right. We called All Clear, and I'm glad we did.
Henry's towing pitching change for the Republic Locos. Skylar Henson on to pitch. We'll tell you about him. Meanwhile, a little housekeeping procedure. Baseball night in the Ozarks has been moved up. We will, of course, this game's got to get complete. That's number one. But they're going to try for an as soon as possible 5:45 at the earliest start time for the Nixa Suckers and the Springfield Metropolitans in an effort to beat some weather. Skylar Henson, GRBL Hall of Famer out of Arkansas Pine Bluff. So far in 2025, 17 1/3 innings. He's allowed 5 earned runs on 17 hits. Struck out 12, walked 8, and hit 2 batters. It's a 2.59 season ERA for Skylar Henson. The last time we saw him against the Showmen, he gave up 3 earned runs in 5 innings, allowed 6 hits, struck out 2, walked 3. Last time, trying to see, Henson pitched against Moon City. He gave up 2 earned runs. Locos got 4 hits in support of Henson's outing, and they lost that game 3-1. So top of the order go the Mavericks, trailing the Locos 5-3. It'll be Brandon Winder, Thomas Brand, Brady Welsh.
Skylar has a lot of strikeouts.
220 and then some. Just looking at the career numbers. Let's see, 202 plus another 13, that's 215. There's a tapper foul.
Quickly 0-2. He's one of those ones that likes to work fast, I can tell you that.
Fastball, slider, and pushing pace has definitely become part of his game. Winder drives it into left field. Have yourself a day, Brandon Winder. 3 for 3. 3 singles, all out to left. He's just seeing the ball, turning on it, and driving it. What a game. I'll bring up Thomas Brand. 1 for 3. Ooh, and they try a back pick throw. Winder dove back in time. Griffith's throw a little bit outside the foul line there. Thomas Brand's got some interesting walk-up music. Comes up to a song from the Halo franchise.
I could see him being a Halo player.
Well, we all were for a while back.
You know, I
the
never
early
got
days
into
of
it.
Really?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
we have.
You just didn't live in a college dorm at the right time.
Well, so one, I went to Merrimack. We didn't have on-campus dorm.
I see.
So I also ended up getting a job at the movie theater. So if I wasn't at school or baseball, I was working all the time.
That's respectable.
And that place, you know, Ronnie's 20 movie cinema.
Wow.
So it was and then once I left there, I actually moved down here to when it was Campbell 16. So, but no, we had a place in high school. When I was in high school, we had a place called Batter Up. It was an indoor batting facility, and one of the things that the owner's son always had was he always had Halo going or some type of video games going on in the corner. So snow days, we were hoping that we got snowed in up there so we could stay the night there, play Halo, hit, and we actually had a basketball goal in the back. So it was fun. We had a good time. But they would always play it. But I never got into it.
No?
I was always a Madden MLB type guy.
I see, yeah. Full count to Thomas Brand.
Slider.
Indeed, he went down for it. That's in the air to left. It is carrying one hop, and it's off the wall. Could be extra bases for Brand, and they are going to send it with Brandon Winder. An RBI double for Thomas Brand. A 4-5 deficit for Moon City, but they have cut the lead.
That's twice the ball's carried on Colton there. I mean, Colton's a good outfielder. He gets back on the balls really well. He's got good speed. But that's just twice this game. You know, in the first inning he was in center, and it's just the ball's just carrying on him, and he just can't get to it.
Winds are out of the south right now. As you look at Old Glory out there in left field, it is blowing out. So a little wind behind the baseball, but a well-struck ball off the bat of Brand. Welsh got under this one. Ryder Young, the second baseman, is going to make camp and make the catch. One away. The batter is Tanner Kellerstrass. So Tanner, sponsored by Martino Training Systems. .30 hits in his NAIA career at Oklahoma Wesleyan, where he hit .330. OBP was up at .439. Finished out in 2021. Been on the GRBL's radar for a couple of seasons. We finally made it happen this time.
I was going to say finally hit the age gap to get it, but I think he's like 23, 24 maybe.
He may be 25 actually. He is the elder.
Oh, of him and Matthew.
Yeah.
Yep.
Kellerstrass took a quick cut, swung on and fouled that one off, and he's down 1-2. This guy's kind of rocks on his feet when he's in the batter's box. It's a little bit of a... Been trying to analyze his stance and swing a little bit.
He rocks on the back and then rocks back to the front. When the pitcher comes to
Definitely stands tall. There's not a lot of bend in the knees. Late cut at a Skylar Henson slider, and it is pitches like that and that have allowed Henson to make his way in this league. Down on strikes goes Kellerstrass, 2 away. Potential game tying run is on second base, and the batter is Bailey. Ray is 1 for 2. Also got hit by a pitch. Took a home run cut at that one for strike 1.
You said Ray Bailey played at Kickapoo, is that right?
Yep, Kickapoo, and then he went to the University of Missouri. Played at the club level there. But yeah, played for Jason Hauser at Kickapoo, who's fantastic high school baseball coach. I mean, those Kickapoo Chiefs churn out some college baseball players on the regular and routinely are competing
Great talent
at
there.
a high level. Yeah, usually making playoff runs.
And, you know, we've had a lot of Kickapoo Chiefs. Logan Wiley.
Yeah.
So.
Got Sam Hornberger's in this game for the Mavs as well.
Mikey B.
Yeah.
So there's a bunch of them. You know, and that's one thing about this Moon City team is they got a lot of Springfield guys.
Yeah, Daniel definitely closed the borders to the city with this draft class.
What a play.
One hopper, Caden Kaufman, tough throw, but a great hustle by Bailey. Extending the inning for the Mavericks. Hit that just deep enough in the hole. I mean, it was tremendous effort from Kaufman, but that's what speed does too.
Yeah.
Something, always hustle, kids.
Yes. Always get your quick 90s in.
So Bailey extends the inning for another Kickapoo man, Sam Hornberger.
And that's another thing, you know, you just put the ball in play. I mean, that ground ball was in the hole, but still, broken bat.
Yeah, Henson off the mound. Looked down the runner. He's going to have to hurry. Yeah, you can look him down for a second, but you got to get it over there, Skylar Henson. He did, and a little finger gun at the end for good measure. So the Locos allow a run, but they maintain the lead. 5-4. They're up on the Mavericks. It is the 7th inning stretch here in the Grip and Rip Baseball League. The 7th inning stretch for years has been sponsored by Sumit's Hot Yoga. And at Sumit's Hot Yoga, you are going to feel awesome.
I need to change. My workouts are too boring.
Oh, I've got an amazing workout for you. Hot yoga. I've lost weight and I'm more flexible.
Try our community classes for only $8. Sumit's Hot Yoga. You are going to feel awesome.
Take a breath. Here's your Be Well moment with Burl Behavioral Health. In a world that requires us to be in constant motion, we can focus on moving our bodies in ways that restore us instead of deplete us. Let's listen to our bodies and briefly stretch in ways that fit what we need. Take a deep inhale and a long exhale out as you gently stretch your neck, your shoulders, or your arms. We deserve to build physical rest into our daily routines. For more wellness, visit BeWellCommunity.org.
Springfield Metropolitans trying to hang in. Skies are threatening here at Mark Worley Field, but for the moment we play on. Moon City Mavericks trail the Republic Locos 5-4. Kyle Carpenter pitching. They've got Scott Wilson in the on-deck circle for the Locos. So I think we're looking at Scotty in the 10 spot. And then they'll turn it back around. Ryan Cram, C.J. Andrews, Leon Griffith would come to scratch if anyone's able to reach safely. Rance Berger alongside Justin Loudon for this one.
Looks like you got some fans trying to get your attention.
I got my own cheering section down there. So that's about the only way I get to see my kids on Sunday after about 10 a.m. is if they come to the game. So. They came to the game today. Swing and a miss there. Believe it or not, Justin, my oldest daughter is a Branson Showman fan.
Hey.
So she can recognize 2 team logos of the 6 from memory. One is the Showman, the other is the Mountain Ducks, and she pronounces it like that.
Mountain Ducks.
The Mountain Ducks. So it doesn't just say Ducks. It's always the Mountain Ducks.
That's awesome. Well, she has good taste in.
Brandy, but yeah, I think it's just the purple jerseys.
Hey.
But she sees that little guy in the top hat. She points to it and says, "That's the Showman."
That's the Showman.
Of course, like in the off season, most of my wardrobe around the house is GRBL apparel. So if I happen to have a Showman jersey on that day, she'll point that out to me. Flip side of that sheet, we also have a Vegas Gold Locos jersey. That is in the kids' box of dress-up clothes. They like the color, and they say it is a beautiful gold dress.
Beautiful gold dress. I love it.
Take that for whatever it's worth to you, Locos fans.
So,
kid approved there.
We when we were out doing the posters and everything, Colton Simons shows up wearing a white Republic Locos jersey.
Yeah, that's old school. That predates his time in the league.
And I was like, dude, that jersey's sick.
I really liked those. I don't know why we went. Well, I know why we went away from them. It was because the players overwhelmingly panned the white jerseys for all the years that we had one. I always thought they looked good. I thought the High Rollers looked good in them in 2019. Yes. Plus, I mean, it's like the color of a baseball jersey, right? You know, home teams wear white, right?
Yep. And actually, honestly, that white jersey would look good with gray pants. Now that Tony's kind of let us do the...
Yeah, we went away from being a purely white pants only league.
Yes.
There's a little bit of discretion.
You know, because you had us that we wore black today.
Yeah.
And we normally wear gray. It looks like the Springfield Mets are going to wear their black pants. You know, that all started with Brock Chaffin.
Yeah, and the Suckers mix up white pants and gray pants, so they typically have gone to gray more and more. But yeah, it used to be every team was in white pants no matter what. But yeah, you could even do, like, if you wanted to do, like, get everybody outfitted in navy, you could do that too with a white jersey. I think it would look good. Cram down on strikes at the hands of Kyle Carpenter. And yeah, the players all said the white jerseys were boring and they didn't like them. And
I liked it. It was the white with the gold looked really good.
It does. So, R.I.P. to the white Locos jersey.
And then now you got the Ducks, who have the yellow jerseys.
Well, that's an homage to the original Ozark Mountain Ducks.
Exactly.
They had some white jerseys, and then they had some yellow alternates. I like the Vegas Gold, though, and
the numbers stand out. That's good.
It is. They are legible. That's number one criteria of a good shirt.
Yeah.
Up here in the press box, can they be read from afar? Yes, they can.
And that was one thing that, you know, with the Mets, they had the orange numbers. I'm going to say that was the 22 team.
Mm-hmm.
We had.
Yeah, that was a little tough to pick. On the night game is always the tricky one. It's also why I like the white numerals for the Mavericks instead of red numbers as they had previously. But yeah, that's my number one thing with a jersey. Can I read the number? If the answer is no, it's a terrible uniform. I'm not. Debate's over.
It's over. I can't read it.
3-1.
We're just guessing up here.
Don't even get me started on when the number is the same color as the primary color on the jersey. That is the bane of my existence. Here's a swing and a sliced pitch foul down the right field line off the bat of C.J. Andrews. Once announced a high school baseball game where a team had yellow numbers on yellow jerseys and they subbed players out 5 at a time. I got to where I just said, yeah, they made another basket. Not sure who it was, but he did a great job. It's a walk to C.J. Andrews. So walk, strikeout, walk for the Mavericks. Kyle Carpenter. He'll have to face Leon Griffith for the Locos. And Griffith's been hot. Singles in each of his last 2 at-bats. Skies are starting to darken here. May need the lights on a little ahead of schedule. Swing and a miss there by Griffith.
Yeah, that's a daddy hack. Got a couple of hits today, and now he's just wanting to unload on
one. He's just thinking, I'm seeing the ball finally. Give me something to mash. Well, Leon's overall line for the season, 3 for 16, just sounds a lot better than 1 for 13, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Carpenter missed that one inside. It's going to get away from Bird, and the runners will move up. Alex Bird's going to need a minute to regroup as he just threw himself a yard sale behind the plate. Hat, sunglasses, mask, it all went. So 1 out, runners on second and third. Locos nursing a 1-run lead. Leon Griffith trying to buy some insurance runs here. Ran that one inside. It gets away. Carpenter covering. They get Wilson at the plate for the second out. More importantly, that's going to keep a run off the board. You know, you like the aggression, but that was a ball I think it did not get enough to toward the backstop.
Yeah, absolutely. Didn't get far enough away from Alex Bird, and you know, good job on Carp to cover, knowing the situation. So
I was gonna say he was pretty fearless in getting down and applying that tag, knowing there was gonna be contact there as Griffith pulls one sharply foul third base side. Two. Slider swung on, lifted foul.
2-2. I'm going to say, does he throw the knuckleball here?
I mean, Griffith has seen about everything else at this point in the plate appearance. If you want the element of surprise, that might be the one. Was that it?
It sure looks like
it.
Yeah,
that behaved oddly, didn't it? 3-2. Yeah, Leon looking back as if to ask what was that. You go fastball here?
Yep, fastball up. Try to get him to chase it.
Payoff pitch. No, instead they took something off and they missed outside. Walking Leon Griffith. So that extends the inning. That's now 3 walks this inning for Carpenter. He's just not quite had his stuff. But he's battling.
You're going to get a courtesy runner for Leon.
Well, he is the catcher, so yeah. They're going to send Wilson, and yeah, he made the last out. So that's actually a legal move. How about that?
Look at him.
It's a rule that can work when it's applied correctly. So Scott Wilson running for Griffith, and now time is called. Daniel England out. And is he going to protest Wilson?
He's looking over there.
Okay, so if you go by last out, it could actually be Ryan Cram, or it could be someone off the bench. So yeah, Daniel England's in the right, and yeah, it's Morrow. So Morrow was on the bench. I'm not sure if that's a speed downgrade, but
I don't think so.
It is a legal move. So yeah, apologies there. It's supposed to be, if it is a player who is in the lineup, it's got to be the player who made the last out. Or it can be a player who is off the bench.
Weather update for you. It sounds like it is storming in Lebanon.
Well, it's storming in a lot of places, including just off to our south and west. Not loving that picture. Broken bat. Dribbler for Jordan Henson to the shortstop. Welsh will step on the bag to get the out. That will get Moon City and Kyle Carpenter out of this inning. So the Locos come up empty in the bottom of the 7th. They lead this thing 5-4. We will go to the 8th. It is next.
The Fuel Forward app is a go. Fuel Forward provides quick and secure payments and everyday savings on fuel at your local Rapid Roberts to keep you moving forward. Download today and save up to 20 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Then save 5 cents per gallon every fill-up after that. Driving just got a whole lot better thanks to the Fuel Forward app at your local Rapid Roberts.
Acme Towing Company. That's too far away. Let Henry's do it.
Nah, we're ready to close.
Let Henry's do it.
Henry's is ready to take your call right now. From compacts to semis, Henry is here to help 24/7. Save yourself the hassle and make us your first call. Henry's gets there fast, offering multiple locations to serve the Ozarks. When you're stuck on the side of the road, make the right call. Let Henry do it.
Back to work for the Locos, trying to protect a one-run lead. They're just ahead of Moon City, 5-4 here. The Locos plated a couple runs on a 2 RBI base hit by Michael Barnes in the 6th. That's the difference maker right now as we get ready for inning number 8. Batter's going to be Alex Bird for Moon City. We continue to watch the radar, but we hope we're going to get this one in the books. The one that's in jeopardy, perhaps, is going to be Suckers Metropolitans, but we will deal with that when the time comes.
Oh, that's headed towards my car.
That's why you park far away and walk, Justin, right there. Lesson learned.
Yeah, I'm going to start parking way out there next to you. That way we can walk. We can be walking buddies to the car, so we don't get jumped.
That's it. You gotta think ahead, man. Gotta think ahead. Alex Bird came into the day with 4 hits. He's added one more, lifts this one. That's gonna get down. What a 2025 for Alex Bird. It's nothing fancy. Sometimes it's little bloops like that one, but that's just what the Mavericks need. When you're down a run, you take your base runners any way you can get them. And so Alex Bird is on here in the 8th.
You know, and Seiler made a great pitch there. He just, like I said back in the 2nd inning, that he just threw his hands at it.
Pinch hitter, this is A.J. Musser. Hitting .333, showing bunt. He does bunt down, foul. It's A.J. 2 for 6 with a strikeout this season. Yeah, he's thinking bunt. Alex Bird looked back and said something to Musser. They show bunt again. That is into play. Wow. Right side. Oh my goodness. A bunt single for A.J. Musser. Henson ran over to cover. Young went to, everybody covered. Nobody fielded.
Nobody fielded it.
A.J. Musser, a bunt single. That was a good bit of directional bunting too. You know, laying it down to the right side where they weren't going to have a chance at the lead runner Bird whatsoever.
He bunted it so hard that Ryder was trying to cover first.
Yeah, well,
didn't know what to do.
So Henson, I mean, I like the aggression from him, right? You know a guy's bunting, throw a fastball, like minimize his chances of being able to deaden it. Nick Bacon bats here. This is in the air to center. Cram had to leap up. He was playing in. Woo. Dangerous, but the Locos survive it. 1 out.
What if, right? What if that gets over Cram's head?
Bacon may have gone all the way round. Not joking. Kyle Carpenter steps in here. This is his first plate appearance of the day. He's 1 for 3 with a walk and a strikeout this season. Normally a pretty good hitter. Can definitely go the other way, and Locos playing in. A little poke might be all it takes. One-run ball game. The go-ahead run is now on for the Mavs. That pitch is outside. Henson. You just feel the everything's mounting a little bit, right? The misses get a little more noticeable.
Henson needs to come back in here and
Carpenter shows bunt
Good
and then
pitch.
pulls it back, slider for a strike.
Hey, you know, maybe there he's just trying to distract him a little bit
Yeah.
to try to get that as a ball.
Well, instead, Henson bent it over the plate to make it 2-1. I suspect Carpenter will go back to a regular swing here. Comes home. Carpenter got under it. Out into fair territory by a step is Leon Griffith, and the Locos catcher hangs on to get the out.
Leon got rid of his mask, got his body turned, did everything right. Seiler can get out of this, it'd be huge. You have first and second with nobody out. Now he's got 2 outs.
If you're the Mavericks, though, this is the guy you want. Brandon Winder, 3 for 3 on the day with a walk thrown into the blend for good measure.
And Seiler knows that. So I'm going to bet that Skyler's going to try to attack him. Slider maybe, off speed, and then challenge him back with the fastball. Slider down, missed.
Yep. Got a 1-0 here. Henson takes a look back at the lead runner. Now rocks and deals. Winder grounds this one into play. Kaufman, the shortstop, up with it, and a nice job securing the ball. Takes the safe out on the fielder's choice. Brandon Winder is retired for the first time today, but it comes at a huge moment for the Republic Locos. They lead 5-4 here in the middle of the 8th, stranding a Mavericks runner in scoring position. Back with more Grip and Rib baseball on the other side of a quick break.
When Gary and Sandra Henry started Henry's Towing nearly 5 decades ago, customers knew that Henry would be the guy coming to help. People would call and ask to let Henry do it. And as Springfield has grown, our family has grown as well, so there's always someone around to come help you out. Everyone at Henry's is a member of the family, fully trained and as dependable as the original. With a family this size, help is always right around the corner. So if you find yourself in need of roadside assistance, remember to call the name you've grown to know and trust. Remember to let Henry do it!
Do you ever wake up and feel like you're already out of energy?
I haven't felt that way since I started doing yoga.
You do yoga?
Every morning. Best change I've ever made.
Try our community classes for only $8.
Sumit's hot yoga. You are gonna feel awesome!
Kyle Carpenter back to work for the Moon City Mavericks, so he can go in the 8th, at which point that would set up Moon City to have to make a change in the 9th. That might be Brady Welsh.
Thomas Brand.
Could be, well, so the funny story on that is they were going to use Ray Bailey in relief last week. Bailey, while he was getting hot, tweaked something in his back. And so, yeah, looked to England and said, I can't go. Daniel started asking around, hey, would you pitch? Would you pitch? Thomas Brand was the second guy he asked. Dan told me afterwards, he said, I really thought Brand was a pitcher in high school. He was not.
No, he was not.
and Dan said, well, if I would have known what I know now, I probably wouldn't have asked him. But, you know, Thomas did the job. But I think Brady Welsh might be the guy for the 9th. Simons pulls one.
What a play.
Speaking of Brady Welsh, he's the guy at shortstop. Fantastic catch. Robbing Simons. Go ahead.
Then that brings you into the question of who do you put at shortstop, right? Do you do you slide?
I believe they would slide Kellerstrass, and then they'd look at
TA. Bringing TA to play some defense.
You could put Abma at third. You could put Barnett back out there. Yeah, they didn't have Barnett last time. I'm trying to remember what they did.
Or do you go AJ Muss?
You could also use Thomas Brand. Has played some infield.
Gotcha.
They've got options. Cupboard's not bare. This is swung on and lifted off the bat of Caden Kaufman. Brandon Winder, who was an outfielder all last year for the Nixa Suckers, tracked that down and made a nice over-the-shoulder snag for the out. Bring up Michael Barnes. Boy, howdy. If we end up with a 5-4 final score, what a hit that will have turned out to be for him. Michael Barnes maybe staying hot. Yes, indeed. Base hit for Barnes into shallow center. He's got 2 hits today. And the Michael Barnes cheering section clapping once more.
Yes. They're not leaving. They're not going anywhere.
No, they're in it to win it here today. Here's Ryder Young for the Locos.
I know it's late stages of this game, but
yeah,
I can tell you that the Branson showmen have been tuning in, and we are rooting for the team from Republic.
Well, so no matter what happens with this one, Mavericks are going to walk out of here still first in the North Division. What it would do is pull the Locos within striking distance for next week.
Yeah, we play the Mavs next week at 6:30, right? 6 o'clock. We got the
got the final night game. Yes, you do.
So that'll be fun. I'm telling you right now, the Branson showmen put on a show when the lights are bright, and I think we've walked it off twice.
Yeah. David Edwards both times. It's what you want in prime time.
Yeah, that's what you get.
3-1 here to Ryder Young. Kyle Carpenter trying to close out his day. Young chops one. That's going to be foul off his own dugout, third base side.
(3-2) knuckleball? No, probably not. Let's throw slider.
Well, he went off speed on a 3-2 last time. That was a slider, and that was swung on and driven off the bat of Ryder Young into center field. So Mavericks get 2 outs, about as pretty as you please, and then back-to-back hits for the Locos. Maybe a little 2-out rally here. Here's Skylar Henson, 0 for 1 today. He has walked, been hit by a pitch, and grounded out to the second baseman, Brandon Winder.
What is Skylar's career numbers? Do you know those?
For batting?
Yeah. I mean, everybody talks about him hitting, but he's not a bad stick.
Oh, goodness.
I had to make
swing and a looper into right. Bacon on the run. Oh, and he lost it. Another run is going to score. It is 6-4 Locos. They will chalk that one up as an E9.
About time.
So 6-4. It's a 2-run ball game. 2-out rally for Republic, putting some insurance on the board. So Skylar Henson, so career numbers. Man, I'd have to go find. I think some of them might have gotten lost in the great hard drive crash of 2022. But what I can tell you, his best offensive season was probably 2023. He had 8 hits in 8 games for the Mountain Ducks.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I figured he was with the Ducks.
His 2024, he was 1 for 12, so probably a year he would like to forget. But yeah, when he's swinging a nice bat, he's a guy who can go get you like 7 hits in 8 games, 6 hits in 7 games, something like that.
And you know, I want to say the only 2 teams since we went to the team ball era is the Locos and the Ducks that he's played for. I could be wrong.
Yeah, you're not right there. He was so 2020, he was a Met, if I have that right. Yeah.
Met with Brock. That was Brock's first year.
Yeah,
right?
And then he had a long stint with the Mountain Ducks. There's a walk to Scott Wilson.
Which makes sense because I didn't play in 2020,
yep.
So
yeah, then he had a long stint with Ozark. This is his first time playing for the Locos. He said, I like the look of the uniforms. He was excited about playing with Jordan as well. I mean, Skylar Henson just likes to play. Doesn't take much to get him excited. No. Ryan Cram swung on and missed there. That might have actually gone back and hit Alex Bird. Everybody behind the plate sort of taking a moment before we do an 0-1. Cram pulled it. That is foul. Exciting for a split second off the bat there, wasn't it?
Cram's got some pop.
Yes, he does. So Ryan today is wearing the collar. So now 4 for 18 on the season. Inside out swing at that one.
I was going to hit him in the ankle.
Well, clearly he wasn't interested in getting hit in the ankle.
Nope,
So
I'm like...
took a little golf swing there and sliced it foul. We'll do the 0-2 again. Breaking ball, no.
Good pitch.
Yeah, not a bad idea from Carpenter.
No.
Cram pulls this one hop to the third baseman, Tanner Kellerstrass, who will take the force out. And that'll give the Mavericks out of the inning, but not before the Locos do a little bit of damage. Couple of singles and an error put a run across. It is now 6-4 Republic. We head to the ninth. Fruit Snacks and I'll bring it to you commercial free on the other side of this break. You're watching Grip and Rip Baseball, brought to you live and free all season long. Big thank you to our title sponsor, Henry's Towing, and to our broadcast partners, Central Bank of the Ozarks, Central Bank Company, strong roots, endless possibilities, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Acme Towing Company. That's too far away.
Let Henry's do it.
Nah, we're ready to close.
Let Henry's do it.
Henry's is ready to take your call right now. From compacts to semis, Henry is here to help 24/7. Save yourself the hassle and make us your first call. Henry's gets there fast, offering multiple locations to serve the Ozarks. When you're stuck on the side of the road, make the right call. Let Henry do it.
At Central Bank, we've brought the home loan process closer to home. All of our lending decisions are made locally, right here in your community, so you get quick answers and loans that are tailored to meet your needs. So whether you're just starting your home buying journey or well on your way, Central Bank can help turn possibilities into realities. Apply online at centralbank.net or at any of our convenient locations. Central Bank. We do banking better. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Last chance for the Moon City Mavericks in the top of the ninth. They trail the Republic Locos 6-4. Skylar Henson staying in for the Locos. Needs 3 outs to go home a winner. Strike 1 to Thomas Brand. It'll be Brand, Welsh, Tanner Kellerstrass for the Mavericks. Slider, strike, strike. It's 0-2. AJ Musser up and working in the Moon City pen. But in order for him to have a chance, Mavericks need to plate 2.
You know, and they're in a good spot of their lineup. They're right here towards the top.
This is the time. 1-2 pitch swung on, fouled. Quality at bats. Doing what you can to extend Skylar Henson's day. Put the pressure on him.
Great.
Oof. Yes, indeed. And a little exaltation from Henson at the end. A strikeout. His second of the day. Comes at a great time for the Locos here in the top of the ninth. That'll bring up Brady Welsh.
Little fist pump there.
Yeah. Henson's fired up. Brady's 2 for 4 today. Well, he looked at a slider for a strike. Swing and a slow trickler right side. Barnes up with it. The throw to Henson. He covered in time by a step. 3-1 put out there, 2 away. So a win for the Locos would move the train to 3-3. Mavericks would fall to 4-2. They would also lose head-to-head, so it would be officially a split between the Mavericks and the Locos in the series between the teams. Next week, The Locos play the Springfield Mets while the Mavericks play the Branson Showmen on Baseball Night in the Ozarks. But first things first, the batter is Tanner Kellerstrass, swinging a foul ball back for strike one.
I'm going to tell you right now, he's absolutely cooking this inning. He looks good. Skylar Henson looks really good.
This Henson is the best Henson. I mean, it's weird. He's almost had like an outing within the outing here in the ninth. Like the mentality just shifted.
Changed a lot. He knows what's at stake.
Going out there looking the part of a hard-throwing closer. As I say that, he serves a 69 mile per hour or something or other.
And
that's the slow slider, but yeah, now he's up 0-2.
He's going to go fastball up, maybe.
Oh, that was a slider, but that was a strikeout. 3 up, 3 down. Skylar Henson and the Republic Locos win this ball game 6-4. They defeat the Moon City Mavericks. Well, definitely honorable mention to that man on the mound, Skylar Henson. But I think in terms of our Elite Promotions Elite Performer of the Game, I'm leaning toward the guy who drove in what will stand up as the game-winning run. Yeah, 2 for 3 rather, with a sacrifice fly, 3 RBIs, 2 RBI single for the game winner in the 6th. Let's do it.
Mikey B.
Michael Barnes, Republic first baseman, is your Elite Promotions Elite Performer of the Game. They also got some RBIs today from Jordan Henson. Colton Simons had one. So, good offensive day up and down the lineup, but honorable mention, Skylar Henson, Michael Barnes, your Elite Promotions Elite Performer of the Game. 2 for 3, Mr. Davis, with 3 runs batted in. Michael Barnes. Hey,
good choice.
Let him bring his whole cheering section up here. I don't care. We're playing fast and loose with our decorum in the press box anyway, aren't we? It's a lot of fun. Tonight on Baseball Night in the Ozarks. They were like waiting
they all
for it.
knew it right there.
I felt like I was just watching someone win a pageant crown or something.
Yeah.
That's
they all knew when he started to talk
that's
gotta
good
be Mikey
stuff.
B.
Yeah, well, you love that for Mikey B family and other assorted hangers-on. They love their boy. So Michael Barnes wowing the crowd. The Locos improve back to 500. They are now 3-3. Mavericks fall to 4-2. Standings don't change at this point. It does make things interesting for next week. We will hang around. We'll take a break, come back, talk things over with somebody from the Locos. Hopefully it's Michael Barnes. Hate to let his family down like that. But Justin Loudon, we will bid you farewell. Thank you so much for hanging around, helping us to, what ended up being we had a pitcher's duel, then we had a contest to see who was going to commit the fewest errors, and then we settled into a nice little back and forth at the end there.
Yeah, absolutely. Good ball game, and I'm looking forward to playing the Mavs next week.
All right, well, we will see you next time on Baseball Night in the Ozarks.
Absolutely.
We will see you for some more post-game coverage, and then we will bring you Baseball Night in the Ozarks. That's coming up as close to 6 o'clock as we possibly can. Springfield Metropolitans and Nixa Suckers. But here comes a little bit of post-game coverage on the other side of this break. Back with more in just a moment.
Acme Towing Company. That's too far away.
Let Henry's do it.
Nah, we're ready to close.
Let Henry's do it.
Henry's is ready to take your call right now. From compacts to semis, Henry is here to help 24/7. Save yourself the hassle and make us your first call. Henry's gets there fast, offering multiple locations to serve the Ozarks. When you're stuck on the side of the road, make the right call. Let Henry do it.
At Central Bank, we've brought the home loan process closer to home. All of our lending decisions are made locally, right here in your community, so you get quick answers and loans that are tailored to meet your needs. So whether you're just starting your home buying journey or well on your way, Central Bank can help turn possibilities into realities. Apply online at centralbank.net or any of our convenient locations. Central Bank. We do banking better. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Berger back with you live at Mark Worley Field at Meadow Park, where the Republic Locos are winners 6-4. They defeat the Moon City Mavericks. Game-winning run driven in on a single in the 6th by the man sitting to my left. He'll be right on the screen, I guess. Michael Barnes, our Elite Promotions Elite Performer of the game, 2 for 3 on the day. 3 runs batted in. How about getting the bat going today, Mikey B? I know you've done a little bit of everything in this league, but swinging the bat was a big draw for your initial tryout. So how about the hitting today?
It was big today. You know, I always step in this thinking I'm going to be a pitcher, and then I end up surprising myself by getting a couple hits or fooling everyone into thinking I'm a hitter. So I think if I can keep fooling people, we'll be doing good.
So how about the job by you guys, falling down initially and having to kind of weather the storm when Tyler Abma was pitching? Just to respond and get after the Moon City bullpen a little bit.
He's a good pitcher. I talked to him before the game. We're both jury guys, so I always get along well with him. And he said he'd only been going 3 innings, so I was excited about that. And then he comes out, throws 5 against us. So, there's a lot of pitchers in this league where you just you got to survive. If you can get 1 or 2 runs off them, they're only getting 5 innings, and then get to that bullpen, and that's what we did.
Yeah, and how about the job by your staff today? Ryan Cram goes out and throws yet another gem, and then
he's a stud.
Skylar Henson almost looked like he had a closer-like intensity in the 9th inning for you guys.
Cram brings the fire, and Skylar's the magic man. He's got some dirty stuff.
Just overall, when you kind of look at the body of a season, I know you've been through that before. How big is it to get a win, over a division rival, but just in the life of this season for you guys to snap back after a tough loss and come out on the good side of a tough ball game today?
Yeah, we got walked off on last weekend, and that always stings. That's never good. But these are the tyrants in our side of the league, so it was good to get a win against them. And I love Daniel England. He's a good guy. I've played for him all of my years in this league besides now, so it feels good to have a good game against him.
Yeah, I'm still getting used to seeing you in that Vegas gold jersey.
It's weird, isn't it?
It is strange. Like, have you accepted yet that you are a Republic Loco at this point?
Yeah, I have. I got the 3 Maverick red and 1's blue jerseys in my closet, and I almost grab them each time I come out here. Used to throwing on that Maverick jersey.
And then a little bit different today. You guys were without your regular manager Chris Mesa, so you were able to improve Colton Simon's lifetime record to 1-0 as a manager.
There we go. Was he the head coach? Yeah,
he was. You didn't even know, so he was that good.
Yeah, he was directing everyone around. I was wondering what was going on. No, he did a good job. He's a great guy too. One thing I will say is this group of guys we have they're amazing teammates. So that makes playing every Sunday fun.
So no, you haven't gotten to do it a lot. What would it mean to you, Mikey B, if the Locos could figure out a way to make a run in October when it gets real?
I would enjoy it. I've had a pretty tough time in the playoffs of losing the first week, and then the season's over. I think one of my years with Dan we went to the second week, but I would love to keep going. I think we got the squad to do it too.
Well, before we worry about that, you've got Sunday, September 28th, final day of the regular season. You guys will play the Springfield Metropolitans. You got another tough group of pitchers there. Logan Wiley, Clay Murphy.
I'm surprised their record isn't a lot better than it is, because those are 2 of the toughest pitchers in the league.
Well, that's you and me both, friend. We're going to sit back and watch them tonight. They're getting ready to go here on Baseball Night in the Ozarks, so we will just continue to watch and wonder. But good news for you guys. You came in today 2nd place in the division. You walk out 2nd place in the division, but you are now officially within striking distance of Moon City.
That's where we like to stay.
It is GRBL North is still winnable for you guys based on the job you did today, so that's big.
Well, good.
Well, he's Michael Barnes, our Elite Promotions Elite Performer of the game. Locos get it done today, 6-4, defeating the Moon City Mavericks. That's going to chase us. We're going to shut down this stream, start a new one for our Baseball Night in the Ozarks game, where I'll have the call alongside Daniel England. Big thanks to Justin Fruit Snacks Loudon for calling this one with me. Also say a huge thank you to our director, Seiler Bartleme, for keeping things straight, and our official game day statistician, Jacob House. For all of us here at the GRBL, thank you so much for watching wherever you're tuning in from, and thanks to everybody in that Michael Barnes cheering section. It was hot today.
Oh, they're loud, man. They were the whole time.
They were numerous and they were loud.
They said I wasn't invited to the cookout if I didn't get a hit right there.
Well, hey, you delivered. Glad you're going to get to eat tonight.
Oh yeah.
We're eventually going to get to eat tonight too. We'll see you back here on the YouTube channel in just a few minutes. Until next time, I'm Rance Berger. Good night from Springfield, Missouri.